Well, it all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. Live from the Fargodome, it's that time of year. Section Championship football here on KROX. Weimar, Chris V, Tom Lezon, Bo Melby here from the Fargodome. The Crookston Pirates, what a season it has been. They've gotten to the Section Championship for the first time in 18 years. Their opponent, a familiar foe, the Barnesville Trojans, just as good as ever, 9-0 on the season, outscoring their opponents by an unbelievable margin. They allow just 3.6 points per game. They've forced 17 turnovers. They only commit 6. Any metric you want to look at, it's pretty incredible what this Barnesville team's been able to do. So it will not be an easy task for Crookston tonight. We got a lot to get to here on the Riverview Health pregame show. We got about a minute left in the game before us, and then the Pirates will come on out onto the field with the Trojans. They'll start warming up, and kickoff, I would guess, will be sometime close to 8. I can't guarantee that, but right around then. So we're moving along here. It's going to be a fun night. We're looking forward to it. Lots to get into. Like I mentioned, we'll break down the matchup. We'll talk with both coaches. We did get a chance to talk with Coach Strand and Coach Labarski, so we'll get their comments, their thoughts on the big matchup. We'll give you a draft scoreboard update, the Knapp Crooks and Welding Machine starting lineups, dive into the numbers a little bit more, and get you ready for kickoff. But for now, Chris, I'll send it on down to you. I want your perspective on this. It's the first time in 18 years. We know it's going to be a big crowd. I mean, can you even remember what it was like 18 years ago? A lot of these kids for Crookston, they weren't even born yet. It's pretty remarkable.
I remember it like it was yesterday, actually. At Crookston, East Grand Forks, it was, well, we've talked about those teams, especially when Crookston and East Grand Forks play, how it's probably the epitome of talent. We will never see two teams as talented as those two were, both between Crookston, East Grand Forks, and that was the battle. You had it for football for a couple of years. You had Kenley Wallin, Jake Coette, you had Brady Borsland was the kicker and receiver, and we could go on and on, but there was a lot of great players that were on that team, and I shouldn't even listed some people, but they also battled, those same athletes battled on the basketball court, and I think there was, Gordy Haug was on that team, and he's an assistant coach now at Wyoming. You had the coach back then was Eric Schmidt. He's now an assistant coach for Power 5 Conference Division I Washington Huskies, who knocked off Michigan State and were ranked for a while earlier this season. And but we could go on, and I was on the sidelines for that, so I'm back on the sidelines tonight, hoping to maybe have a little Pirate luck here tonight. But I remember it very well. I don't remember many games, but you remember the section championships very well. So that was a great run, and this has been a great run for the Pirates here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. To get to this moment, it's just pretty remarkable. The townies rallied behind them. They're going to be out in full force. It will be a tough task. Barnesville ranked 3rd in Class AA. They're clearly not just one of the favorites in the section in the northwest part of the state, but one of the favorites generally in the state to go win a state championship. They're 9-0 again this year. A lot of tough tasks up ahead for this Crookston team. They're so balanced. That's what makes them so tough to stop. 7 guys with 100 or more rushing yards this year, led by John Roller, Andrew Peterson, Ethan Larson. All 3 of those guys in this power T formation run the football effectively. And then their quarterback, Zach Bredman, they don't throw it a ton, but when they do, he's been pretty effective that way as well. So they got a lot of different ways they can hurt you. And again, that defense up front, I don't think it's any question whoever controls the line of scrimmage is going to have the most success here tonight.
Well, that's for sure. And I liken Barnesville's football team this year and almost every year to the Warroad girls hockey team.
Yeah.
Not only are they supposed to win the section championship, they are a favorite across the state to win the state championship. So this is a team that went to the semifinals last year. They return a lot of those guys. They did lose, some very good seniors, but this is a senior-laden group. They during their bye week when they didn't play in the first round, they tested, and they had 5 players bench over 300 pounds. They had like 20 or 30 something bench well over 200. So they get it done in the weight room, and if you don't lift weights at Barnesville football, you're not playing.
Yeah,
it's it's as easy as that, and that's what Coach Strand said. He goes, we have a few that don't lift weights, and guess where they play all game? They play on the sidelines. So it's he's done a great job, and in competition, I think that's the big key. If you're not working hard and going to camps and lifting weights, you know that you're going to get beat up by somebody because there's 60 plus kids doing that. In the summer, year round, they do it. And but then again, Barnesville, same class as Crookston, they only have football in the fall. That also doesn't hurt things. Not that there's some athletes the Pirate football team could use on the soccer team, and if they would go out for football, if we didn't have soccer, I don't know. But I mean, that doesn't hurt either for Barnesville. It's just like they only have basketball, and they have a co-op with wrestling, but they don't have hockey. And so they're playing on a different playing field. But when you win in football, that's when you get the kids out. I know there's many coaches. My uncle is one of them that in Grand Forks, he said, hey, when you're winning, everybody wants to be a part of football. When you're losing, nobody wants to be a part of it. So, and Barnesville's winning, Crookston's winning, and hopefully Crookston's numbers will continue to build. And I think I'll take a quick, I'll step on the pedestal here. If you're listening to the game, you know what's happening February 14th, 2023. There's going to be a vote for a new football track facility. And will it make the team win if we build it? No, that's not where it's done. We have the new revised weight room, and I don't think it's coincidence. This Pirate team, who has really been working hard in the off season, they had 30 plus kids in the weight room, and which is probably about 25 more than they did in the summers and the mornings in the past. But they get it's done in the weight room, and but at the same time, we need to pass that referendum on February 14th. That is Valentine's Day, and what a Valentine's gift to the city of Crookston, the residents, and it's very important. You don't want to live in a city that doesn't believe that good facilities and at your school isn't important, and families look at schools first and foremost when they're looking to move to a town. Well, if you're upgrading, remodeling like they are with the junior high and the preschool. And then if you can build a new football and track facility, which would host section track meets, it would host section soccer tournaments, it would host section and state football playoffs. There's a lot of things that can be done. And a gym can be held there. Softball games can be played there. It'd be busy in the spring. With a lot of softball teams trying to play if the conditions aren't very good on the grass. So it would be so important to the community. And if you have a $200,000 home, it would be what, $34?
$34, yep.
$34 a year.
It's not a lot when you think about it.
And for those, a couple, maybe a pizza a month. Well, with the pizza prices in town.
Where are you getting pizza at?
Well, 2 pizzas. Let's just say 2 pizzas, or I don't know the last time I bought a case of beer, but probably a couple cases of beer, or 1.75 of something. So it really isn't much to give a very nice facility that not only Crookston would use, the region would use as well, and it would, more importantly, bring people to town.
That's the kicker. Yep. It's much more than just the school using it, and that's the big part of it as well. So,
and this is not a political statement. This is just an editorial by the owner of the radio station. We need to pass it. February 14th, vote yes.
There you go. So here we go. We are going to take our first break because the game in front of us just ended, and it looks like we will actually have kickoff right around 8 o'clock. We got a couple of great interviews with both head coaches to get to, so we want to make sure we can get you that. We'll give you the draft scoreboard update, the starting lineups brought to you by Napa Curriculum Machine. All that and more is coming your way. We're just going to keep working our way towards the opening kick of the Section 8 AA Championship here from the Fargodome. It's Crookston and Barnesville. We'll be back. You'll hear from Coach Strand right after this. You're listening to Crookston Football in the Section 8 AA Championship on KROX.
It's always growing season here at United Valley Bank. We're focused on growth for our customers and communities, success for farms and businesses, and improvement for ourselves. Partner with us, and you'll see firsthand just how much the right hometown banking team can change your perspective. Together, there's no limit to the heights we can reach.
United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Be ready this winter with Carhartt cold weather gear from Home of Economy. Carhartt clothing is engineered to outwork the cold, so you can get more done. It's never too cold for Carhartt. Find yours at Home of Economy. Visit the power tool experts at Home of Economy and see for yourself why so many pros choose Red. From the lumberyard to the backyard, Milwaukee Tools consistently deliver increased productivity and unmatched durability.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
Riverview Health is pleased to welcome Dr. Vanita Parikh to their team. Dr. Parikh is an experienced interventional pain management physician specializing in effective treatment options to increase functionality and comfort for daily living. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595. Dr. Parikh is seeing patients in both the Crookston and East Grand Forks clinics.
Riverview Health.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
Looking back inside the Riverview Health pregame show, now joined with Coach Strand from Barnesville. And Coach, great opportunity ahead of you here tonight to get back to the state tournament. It is a little bit of a different atmosphere being at the Fargodome. I noticed yesterday in the games we called, some of the guys, they get a little bit tired quicker because it's that dry air, you know. So have you tried to prepare for that, or how do you try and handle that? Because it is a little different.
We've been running inside for the last 2 weeks, so we've been here before and we know exactly what it's like. It's the same at U.S. Bank Stadium's the same thing. So we just try and get our guys, all conditioning is done inside, basically from the section final week. I mean, the week before the section final, so we start playoffs, you know, and we also have a big advantage. We only have 2 or 3 guys that are going on both sides of the ball. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not as critical as other years, but they get very hot in here.
You mentioned you've been here a time or two before, so you get ready for a game like this. For the players, though, some of them it might be one of the first times for some of the younger guys. So how do you approach that with them, and do you kind of lean on some of the older guys who have been here before?
We do. And right now, I think we have 17 seniors and 26 juniors, and they've all been here before. Our sophomores, freshmen that we brought with, it's new for them, but it's just, our kids kind of expect it. It's they don't take it for granted. I think that they just, each year's different, each team's different, but it's a great experience for the kids, and I don't think we're taking anything lightly.
You have had success this year defensively and offensively, but something that really stood out to me defensively, 5 shutouts in the 9 games. You're holding teams to like 4 points a game. So what have they been able to do as a group collectively to have so much success?
Big thing is we only have 3 kids that are playing on both sides, so we're able to get our kids to the sideline. We're able to go over assignments. We're able to talk about what they're seeing. Coaching staff is fantastic. So, I mean, like I said, we have that chance to break it down. Same thing on our line. Johnny Robidoux is one of the only ones that goes both ways. So you're able to talk about what are you seeing defensively, and it's just huge. It's just, to be able to talk to your kids, and they're not getting worn out. They're not getting run down. So it's big.
You turn your attention to the offensive side of the ball. You love to run the football. You got a lot of different guys that can do it. I think you got 7 guys that ran for 100 or more yards this year. So how important is it to have that balance?
It's huge. Like I said, if a guy goes down, you got the next guy up. We're able to get our backs in and out. We platoon them 2 or 3 at a time. I think our top back's right around 600, and I want to say we have 4 more that are over 300. So it's that consistency, and again, teams can't key on one person. If they stop this person, we're going to have somebody else that's open.
Well, how important is it going to be to win the turnover battle and get off to a quick start?
Huge. Like I said, and I want to say we're plus 13 for the season. We don't throw a ton. Zach hasn't thrown a pick the entire year. Actually, he's thrown probably right around 73, 74%. Have nice long drives, sustained drives. The last time we played, I thought we were sloppy offensively. Defensively, I want to say Crookston had about 5 yards going into the fourth quarter in that game. But offensively, we just weren't on key. We were trying to throw the ball more than what we should have been. We're just trying to get a new quarterback comfortable, and we screwed up a few times. So, like I said, throughout the year, I think we improve. We've seen some great teams. Osakis, we saw Detroit Lakes, West Central. I think we're tested fairly well. So, like I said, Crookston's a good team. Lots of seniors over there. Ethan Bull's a fantastic athlete, but again, they've got other guys to go with them.
I was going to say, if you turn your attention to Crookston, Bull, without a doubt, is their lead guy this year, but they do have other guys, so where are you kind of focused in on with this game? What do you have to stop? Does it start up front with the defensive line and offensive line?
It does. Like I said, we need to get them off the field fast. Ethan Bull is the key. They've got good quarterback. They've got number 12 is a very good fullback. Very impressed with him. 2 at the wideout, as fast, as quick. Like I said, there's some keys here that we've got to execute.
And then you basically have given me the answer. I'll ask the signature question anyways. 2 keys for a win.
We need to control the ball, and we need to stop them. Stop Bull.
We appreciate the time. Best of luck, and congrats on another great year.
Thank you very much.
That is the head coach of the Barnesville Trojans, Brian Tran. We appreciate his time here in the pregame show, and they've been here, done it many times, so they're familiar with the Fargodome. They're getting ready for a back-to-back section championship and state tournament appearance, and 9-0 on the year. We'll get into more of the reason why with the numbers a little bit later on and throughout the night. But, there's a lot to talk about with this team, a lot to like. They do things at a high level in all aspects of the game. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear from Coach Labarski as well as we'll continue our Riverview pregame show. You're listening to Crookston Pirate Football from the Fargodome in the Section 8AA tournament on KROX.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at GoHugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
crap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
Welcome to Andy Ullman State Farm. We're located on 423 North Broadway, next to Holiday in Crookston, Minnesota. Third generation agent with State Farm. We've got a team here with over 75 years of experience, 6 of us fully licensed, here to serve you. We know insurance is about a promise, and we're here from the beginning to throughout the whole process to deliver on that promise.
Nobody likes to wait on hold, and neither do we. Give our office a call where a cheerful voice is ready to help you right away. Call 218-281-3643.
The Crookston Eye Clinic is your hometown eye clinic. Whether you have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or perfect vision, it is important to have your eyes evaluated to keep them healthy. The Crookston Eye Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., but on Thursdays they open at 9:15 a.m. They also have a second location in Foston to offer you even more appointment options. If you've been wanting to try contact lenses or looking for a new pair of glasses, the doctors at Crookston Eye Clinic are available to see you. Doctors Forget Smith and Jananetta are all accepting new patients. Call 218-281-2020 for the Crookston and Foston Eye Clinic, the best care in sight.
wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Crookston head coach Nate Lebarski, and coach, it's been an incredible run to get here. I feel like the boys are playing their best football as of late. Do you agree? And obviously they probably need to continue that to have success today.
Yeah, we're going to have to play our best football game of the season, and it's kind of been that way as the playoffs have started, and we've been able to do that. So I agree with you. I think we're playing our best football at the right time of the year, and it's one of the reasons why we're here today.
You look back on that matchup against Barnesville in the regular season. They're big. They like to control the line of scrimmage, so I'm sure that's a big key for you tonight. You want to get off to a quick start and try to impose your will early.
Yeah, we do. And I mean, it is a big thing up front, controlling the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a battle up there. And, you might give up a little bit, but we can't give up a ton and keep battling in there. And we need to control it on the offensive side and be able to sustain some drives as well. So that's going to be key. That battle up front is going to be big.
It's the first trip to the section championship since 2004, so I know for a fact these kids have not played. I mean, some of them weren't even born at that time. So for them, it's a brand new experience. For you and your young coaching career at Crookston, it's a brand new experience. How's the feeling, I guess, leading up to this?
I was just telling Coach Zim, I said, last year we thought it was a big deal when we brought the kids to the Alaris for some of them their first football game inside, and now this year they're playing in a facility like this. So yeah, it's big. I mean, it's big for our team, obviously. It's big for our school and big for our community as well.
How important is it going to be to win the turnover battle? It always is, but especially when you're playing a team like Barnesville, one of the best teams in the state. If you can steal a possession or two, it goes a long ways.
Yeah, the turnover battle would be huge to be on the right side of that, and then also we need to be able to win some special team stuff too in a game like this where we might need to steal a possession or two.
You played them, it was week 2, so it was a long time ago. They're a different team, you're a different team at this point, so it could be a different game altogether. But what impresses you most about Barnesville, not even just this year, but year in and year out? Are they just consistent in something they do? They always seem to be playing really good football at this time of the year.
Yeah, I mean, consistency and the numbers that they get out for football are really, really impressive. For them to have 47 juniors and seniors, that's consistency throughout your program. And they've kind of grown up in that system, and you can just tell that they're comfortable with it, and they run it very well.
Games like this, you love having seniors. You got quite a bit of them, especially the main guys like Ethan Bowl, Tanner Geese, Jack Doda. How important is it for those guys to have a big game?
Yeah, it's really important. It's really important for those guys to come out and probably make a play or two early to kind of set the tone even for our guys, that, hey, we're here, we're playing, and, let's do what we do as well. So our senior leadership is going to come up big tonight.
What's the week been like leading up to this? Did it go by kind of slow, and now that you're here, is it like, wow, that came up quick? What's it been like?
Actually, it's been kind of crazy. It's been, but it's been a good crazy. It's people are excited, and it's everything from being excited in school to being excited, outside of school, and a lot of people just saying, hey, we're listening to you. We're going to be at the game. We're wishing you good luck. So it's been really good to be out in our community as well. And these kids have a lot of support, and they need to know that, and they do. And it's just it's been a fun ride this week.
As much as we love talking about the offense, the defense has stepped up big the last 2 games. You said going into the section tournament, the goal all year is to keep teams under 13 points. Well, they did that the last 2 games. What's been the biggest difference? Are they tackling better in space? I mean, what is it?
I think it's a lot of things. And I think first and foremost, we haven't given up a lot of large chunk plays, and then we've also been really good on 3rd and 4th down. We had 2 or 3 4th down stops in the last game. It stops drives and puts the ball in your offense hands, and they just don't get they don't get another crack at it. So our defense has been really good at a couple of those 2 things for sure.
2 more questions. Normally I end with this one, but I'll ask it now because I want to end with a different one. But what are going to be the 2 biggest keys for a win?
I think our offensive line play up front and our defensive line play, and just for us defensively, I guess would be just do your job, because there's a lot of smoke and mirrors in Barnesville's offense, and so you need to really read your key. So defensively, we need to do our job. Offensively, we need to be able to move the football. So it starts up front for us, and those guys have to have a big night for us.
And then lastly, as you go ready here to get in the locker room, greet the guys, what's going to be the last thing you say to them before you take the field for that opening kick?
probably not a lot different than I've said to him every game this year. You know, that there's nothing better than being able to play football. You know, football in November is fantastic, but to fly around, have fun, and make plays with your friends.
We appreciate the time and congrats on the great year. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thanks, Wyatt.
That is the head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Nate Lebarski, joining us in the pregame show. We really haven't talked a ton about his team up to this point, but how they got here, they got a couple of wins in the section tournament, took care of War Road in the opening round, 43-8, and then handled Pelican Rapids 27-12 this past Saturday. So a couple nice wins for the Pirates. They're 5-5 on the year. When these two teams met, it was Barnesville winning 28-0 back in week 2. So we'll see if the Pirates can get a little bit more offense rolling here in this one tonight. They are led by Ethan Bold, a senior North Dakota commit, as he has had a fantastic year running the football. He averages 7.5 yards a carry. He's gone over 1,300 yards, 22 touchdowns. So it's been pretty fun to watch him have a great senior year. Tanner Geese, another good back. He's got a couple of scores, both 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. Jack Doda's the senior quarterback. A lot of seniors for this Pirates team. They do play more guys both ways than Barnesville does, so we'll have to keep an eye on that and how that fares throughout this contest. We'll see if the Trojans try to wear them down. We'll take another break. When we come back, quick draft scoreboard update, Napa Crookston Welding Machine starting lineups, and the opening kick is around the corner between the Trojans and the Pirates, a spot in the state tournament on the line. You're listening to Crookston Pirate Football in the Section 8AA Championship from the Fargodome here on KROX.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
Crookston Valley Cooperative would like to thank area growers for their patronage this year and wish you all a safe and prosperous harvest. Since 1979, Crookston Valley Cooperative has been your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering on the products and service that you've come to expect. For all your fall fertilizer needs, stop by or call Sean at 281-1178. Crookston Valley Cooperative, here to keep you growing.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
This is Judy Hulst, Administrator at Villa St. Vincent and the Summit Apartments. Over the years, we have seized the opportunity to make changes and improve the services we offer. Healthcare has taken on a very distinct evolution, focusing on post-acute short stay and return to home. It is our privilege to continue to serve our community with a continuum of care ranging from assisted living, memory care, post-acute short stay, and extended care. We are so grateful for the support of Crookston and the surrounding communities. In this season of reflection, please know how very proud Villa St. Vincent and the Summit Apartments are to serve our community.
From early morning to the last thing before bed, light powers your day. And every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. Choose LED bulbs. You'll use 75% less energy, and because they last so long, you may never have to change them again. Whether it's bright light for the bathroom or a soft, warm touch in the family room, LEDs do it all. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED. LED lighting, the smart way to light your life.
The Barnesville Trojans here on KROX. Quick draft scoreboard update for you as we continue our Riverview pregame show. A couple other matchups going on tonight. to keep an eye on as far as Region 8A goes. In the 8-4A championship, it's Becker versus Cold Spring Ricori. That's at Monticello, back in the Twin Cities. And then 8-5A is at Moorhead, as Moorhead's hosting Sartell for a trip in the state tournament championship, or state tournament, rather, as well, in that section championship matchup. And then the 8A volleyball tournament, the section championship between BGMR and Lake of the Woods, that's going on at UMC tonight. That one got underway at 7:30. We'll provide some updates for you on that one throughout the night. College volleyball, Northern State swept UMC 25-18, 25-11. 25-17, UMC Club Hockey's at Bethel at 9:15 tonight. Notre Dame at Minnesota for men's college hockey. And then Crookston girls hockey, they had a scrimmage today against East Grand Forks. Milwaukee Bucks there at the Minnesota Timberwolves at 9 o'clock tonight as well. That is your draft scoreboard update, brought to you by Draft Sports Bar and Grill in Crookston. Lots of great deals and specials. They're open 6 days a week, Monday being the one exception. They open daily at 11 a.m. Great pasta, burgers, whatever you want over there. Dessert, takeout catering also offered. They have it. It's rib night on this Friday night. $15 for a half rack, $19 for a full rack over at Draft Sports Bar and Grill in Crookston. Why don't we take a look at our Napa Crookston Welding Machine starting lineups as well, as we're about 4 minutes away from kickoff here between the Trojans and the Pirates. The Napa Crookston Welding Machine starting lineups are brought to you by Napa Crookston Welding Machine. For all your automotive needs, stop by Napa Crookston Welding Machine. They have what you need. Make sure your battery will start the first time every time by buying a Legend battery from Napa Crookston Welding Machine. They handle all your Legend battery needs. Let's take a look now at the starting lineups. We'll start with Barnesville. We'll start on their offensive side of the ball. They're led by quarterback junior Zach Redmond. They start three running backs, one fullback, because it's the power T formation they like to run. The running backs are senior Andrew Peterson, junior Ethan Larson, and senior Braden Bredman. And then the fullback, their leading rusher, John Roller, also a senior. 638 yards on the ground this year, 9 touchdowns for him. The tight end is senior captain Tate Iniger. He's got 4 catches, 37 yards, 2 scores. On the offensive line, the tackle is Austin Bolgren on the left side. The left guard, Johnny Robidoux. Nick Robidoux, the junior, is the center. And then on the right side, the guard, Justin Kruger. He's a junior. And the right tackle is senior Timothy Wells. They are pretty big up on that line, 265, 250, 220, and then a couple of 190s as well. For Crookston, defensively, since we're staying when we'll be on that side of the ball, the nose guard is going to be Hunter Knutson. Defensive tackles, Clay Hansen, Angel Gutierrez. You've got Carter Coet, Jaron Bailey, the defensive ends. The linebacking core is going to be Gavin Luchny. This was a late change for Leighton Fuentes. He's getting the start tonight, so it'll be Gavin Luchny along with Tanner Geese and Ethan Bowl. And then out in the secondary, the guys to keep an eye on, the corners tonight are going to be George Whitman, Ethan Bowman. No Rylan Labarsky tonight. Tegan Lubinsky and Antonio Romero will be the safeties. That's a look at the Crookston defense. When Crookston has the ball, let's take a look at their offense tonight. They'll be led by the quarterback, senior Jack Doda. The running back, Ethan Bowl, who we mentioned, 1,300 yards on the ground, 22 touchdowns. The fullback is Tanner Geese, also a strong runner this year. Wide receivers are starting tonight are Ryan Obel and George Whitman, and the tight end is junior Carter Coet. Up on the line, if we take a look at what they're going to go with tonight, very similar to the formations that they've used in the past. On the left side of the line of scrimmage, it'll be the sophomore Riley Helgeson at left tackle. The left guard's going to be senior number 51, Jaron Bailey. The center, as usual, Hunter Knutson. He's a senior. And then on the right side of the offensive line, the right guard is going to be, I believe, the right tackle is going to be Dalton DeLude is going to be the right tackle. I can't even read my own handwriting now, sure enough. But anyways, the right guard will be Jesus Sanchez Jr. getting the start as well. For Barnesville on the defensive side of the ball tonight, up on the line, the nose guard's Justin Kruger, the defensive end Logan Yeski, and the other defensive tackle Austin Bolgren. They do 4 linebackers. It's a 3-4-4 defense. The linebackers are Peyton Amundsen. He's got 46 tackles, 10 for a loss, and 4 sacks on the year. Connor Lokes, number 40. He's also a senior. Johnny Robidoux and Nick Robidoux. They're the other 2 linebackers in the middle of that defense. And then the defensive backs are Brody Gray, Braden Bredman, Owen Riddle, and Aaron Baker. We'll take a quick 30-second break, and then we'll be back for the opening kickoff right after this. It's the Pirates and the Trojans in the Section 8AA Championship here on KROX.
You're watching Crookston Pirate activities on the KROX live stream. It's brought to you in part by Riverview Health, American Crystal Sugar Company, CHS Egg Services, Christian Brothers Ford, Bremer Bank, Grove Mechanical, Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic, Crookston Valley Co-op, Hugo's Family Marketplace, United Valley Bank, the Benedictine Living Community, Villa St. Vincent, Ottertail Power Company, Crookston School District, Cess Vanderhoff, Andy Omen State Farm, the City of Crookston, and Tri-Valley Head Start, all bringing you Crookston Pirate activities on the KROX live stream.
Fargodome, here we go. It all comes down to this. The Section 8 AA championship between the Pirates and the Trojans. The Pirates will kick off left to right across the radio dial. They've got their white jerseys, white pants, blue helmets, the gold C on those helmets, and they've got the blue numbers on the jerseys, kicking left to right. Jake Erickson has the ball teed up, and Barnesville got a couple guys back to receive the kick. Back there is Ethan Larson and Andrew Peterson. They've got their all purple on tonight. Purple pants, purple jerseys, and helmets. They've got the white numbers on the jerseys. So here we go. Crookston trying to avenge the regular season loss, their first trip to the section championship in 18 years. What a run it has been. Can they take it a little farther here tonight? The ball is teed up. Erickson approaches it, and here we go. We'll have football from the Fargodome. He lines the kick. It is gathered, and slipping down at the 5 after catching it was Braden Bredman. So they're going to be backed up inside their own 10-yard line. That was going over his head, and he decided to try and catch it. And then as he went to turn around, he just slipped on the turf, and they'll be backed up starting at their own 6.
Well, that was a heck of a kick by Jake Erickson, and well, they obviously weren't watching Jake in warm-ups. He was kicking. He kicked 2 50-yard field goals on this turf, and he was kicking 40-yarders like they were extra points. So he's got a heck of a leg, and he showed it there.
So now here comes Barnesville, that heavy run attack. They've had a lot of success on the ground. They're led by their quarterback, the junior Zach Bredman, who comes under center. From the 6, going right to left. First play from scrimmage. He'll take the snap, fake it one way. They'll come back over the right side and getting up to the 9-yard line. It was a nice job of wrapping up the tailback there by Ethan Bowl. And that's a short gain for Andrew Peterson of 3 on first down.
Yeah, nice. They went with the misdirection there. Fake the handoff to the back on the right. They go to the guy on the left coming around. And Bowl had that one sniffed out pretty good. And then George Woodman came to finish it off.
Peterson, 408 on the ground this year, 6 scores. When these two teams met in the regular season, 20 first downs for Barnesville just compared to 2 for Crookston. They really controlled the time of possession. 2nd and 7 from the 9. Looking around is Bredman. He'll take the snap. This one looks to be right up the middle here, and plowing ahead is Roller. Ball is out. It's loose, and I think the Pirates have it. They're pointing their direction. The officials coming in, and Crookston's got the ball. It's Hunter Knutson with the recovery. What a start to the game for the Pirates.
Well, that was, I believe, Ethan Bowl coming through, and when he came to make the tackle, he had the right hand come through and just punch it right out. And great job and a great start. And the Pirate defense played maybe the best they've played all year in the first meeting between Barnesville when they trailed 9-0 at halftime. 2 points was for the safety late. So they only gave up 1 touchdown in that first half.
Instant opportunity to strike in the red zone at the 12. Shotgun, Jack Dota, Ethan Bowl to his right. Hunter Knutson had the presence to fall on that after Bowl stripped it. 2 receivers. It's a zone read. He pulls it. They're going to throw on first down. He's got his man, Coet. He's at the 10. Angles to the right. Stops there at the 9. It was kind of a weak run from Coet. He'll gain about 3, and he'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, Carter, he's got to just, as soon as you catch it, you got to make your decision and just take off one way or the other. Either cut it up or go to the outside, and he didn't. That's actually going to be a loss of about...
oh, no, he got 2.
No, he got 2 yards.
To the 10, yep. But he is the leading receiver on the year, and by far, when he runs aggressively, Chris, like you mentioned, he gets a lot of yards. So I don't know why he was a little tentative there on that one. They still got 2 out of it, and I like the aggressiveness coming out with a pass on the first play of the game. Dota now under center. He's got Bowl in the backfield. Tanner Geese in motion from right to left. Takes the snap, pitch play out to the left to Bowl. He'll try and get the edge. He'll leap over a man at the 10, and then he's tackled there at the 8. He leaped right over the top of Aaron Baker and then was run down there after a short gain of about 2.
And Connor Lokes, his helmet came off, so he's going to have to check out for 1 play.
Which could be important on this 3rd down and about 6 coming up. They'll need to get to the 2 to convert there at the 8. You'd love to cash in and score 6 on the early turnover. Well, Barnesville, they've only committed 6 turnovers all year. Number 7 now on their opening drive here tonight. They forced 17, so they definitely win the turnover battle. But Crookston, if you want the upset, you got to win the turnover battle. They're off to a good start. Empty backfield, trips to the top of the screen for Dota to the left. He's got Geese split out wide to the right. Takes the snap, he's looking left. Now it's a quarterback draw, he runs up the middle. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. As all over that one for Barnesville, wrapping up Peyton Amundsen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I'm not sure if that's a quarterback draw. Ethan Bowl and George Woodman and the other receiver on the near side, or my side on the Pirate sidelines, they all cut towards the middle of the field where the draw was happening. So they brought their defender right over.
Well, they're going to try a field goal. Erickson's 0 for 2 on field goal attempts this year. He'll be on the left hash, left hash. As Chris mentioned, he was kicking from 50 in warm-ups. This one going to be much shorter, of about 26 yards. Jack Doda will hold. Knutson is the long snapper. Snap a little high, gets it down. The kick from Erickson is up. It's a good kick. It's up, and it is good. So the Pirates strike first, 8:56 to go. A 26-yard field goal for Jake Erickson. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this 30-second step aside. Barnesville getting the football back, 3-0 Crookston in the Section 8A championship here on KROX. We welcome you back here to the Fargodome. The Pirates get an early turnover. They turn it into 3 points after a quick 3 and out, but Jake Erickson a 26-yard field goal, and it's 3-0 Crookston. And they'll tee it up, kickoff here. Erickson, after that booming kick, his kick set up the turnover, really. It backed Barnesville up, and then they fumbled. So Erickson, see if he can boot another one down the field here.
Well, once again, the Pirate crowd easily outnumbers the opponent when they come to a big game, and Crookston's got to have at least 4 times the amount of people Barnesville does.
But you love to see that. It's been 18 years, so another booming kick by Erickson, and this one all the way into the end zone, and then it bounces after it went through the arms of the intended recipient, Ethan Larson, so that's an automatic touchback, and they'll bring the ball out here to the 20.
Well, you think Ethan Larson, the return man, would know the rule. He was trying to argue with the official that it wasn't a touchback.
I will say you don't see many kickers get it to the end zone, so he maybe isn't familiar with it, but I don't know why he would have wanted to return it. Just take it at the 20 at that point. But anyways, they'll start at the 20. Again, they had a quick turnover. John Roller, their leading rusher this year, put the ball on the ground. He has 638 yards, 9 scores. That's just their 7th turnover of the year. Clock is still rolling, so he lost about 20 seconds here as it continues to roll. Ball on the 20, in between the hatches. Here's the snap. They'll go right back to Roller. Up the middle, huge hole. He might be gone. 30, cuts back at the 35, 40, 45. Run down there by Ethan Bowman across midfield. John Roller, they say, hey, we trust you. We know you put the ball on the ground. We're going to go right back to you. He picks up 33.
Well, and for Barnesville fans, that's exactly what you wanted to see, and that is a great coach in Brian Strand and, whoever the offensive coordinator is. I'm sure they said, we're giving him the ball. He's coming right back and answering, and boy, did he.
33 yards. That's the first down of the game for either team. So we go under 8 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Ball on the Pirates' 47-yard line. By far the longest play from scrimmage in the early part of this game for both teams. Power T formation again. Bredman comes under center. The Pirates have a 6-man front. Here's the snap, right hash. It's a little option play out to the left. They pitch it at the last second at the 50, 45, cutting back at the 40, and eventually ran down by Ethan Bowl. They're going to say his knee touched down at the 39. It's a gain of 8 on the ground there, and that was number 2, actually, one that typically doesn't run a ton, Dawson Gregg.
And what we're seeing here is the Barnesville, the first few plays, the first series, I think all 3 tackles Ethan Bowl was involved in. And now they're going away from Bull. So they see where he's at, and then they're going away from him, and that's not coincidence.
Well, he definitely caused the fumble on that first drive. Hunter Knutson recovered it. He's got a couple tackles in this game. 2nd and short now. Now ball on the left hash. Barnesville keeping it on the ground so far. They'll go right back to it. Pulling it is Bredman. He'll go to the left, 35. Cut back, met there by Ethan Bowman and George Whitman at the 32. It's a gain of 7 for the QB, Zach Bredman, and another first down.
Well, they just do that veer offense. You don't know who's getting it, so everybody just has to do their job. And, I mean, it's tough if you're a defender to try to wait and be patient when you think somebody has the ball.
Bredman is a dual-threat quarterback, 208 on the ground, 4 touchdowns. You pretty much have to be a dual-threat quarterback in high school, it seems like.
You have to.
He does run effectively and makes good reads. Ball on the left hash again at the Pirates 32. Crookston leading 3-0. Man in motion out to the right. They'll run one that way on the pitch. Cutting back. They get away from Bull, but Hunter Knutson comes from behind. Wraps up the ball carrier at the 29. John Roller on a gain of 3. It'll set up 2nd and 7. Crookston's really rallying to the ball well early.
I think that was Tanner Geese that made him churn back to the inside, so good pursuit by the Pirates, and then gang tackling. That's one thing in all the short yardage situations where they've held them to 2 or 3 yards. you have 3, 4, 5 Pirates all in on the tackle, so that's good to see.
Roller 3 carries, 40 yards already in the game. 2nd and 7 from the 29, 6 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Bredman under center once again. They'll take the snap. They'll go back up the middle to Roller, and he was met in the backfield and tripped up and brought down after a short gain. He did fight to get a yard, and that'll set up a 3rd down and 6. So Crookston all over that one again. I didn't see who had the tackle there.
I thought this is how good they are at this offense.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought Carter Coette made the tackle on, who was it, Braden Bredman.
Out to the right there. You can't really tell initially when they hand the ball off who has it. It's a tough offense to stop. There's no question about that. So it's a 3rd down and 6, probably 4-down territory here for Barnesville, trailing 3-0. Crookston's got off to a quick start. That's what Coach Lebarski wanted to see. Can they make another stand here? Under center, Zach Bredman sends a man in motion. Here's the snap. They'll roll out that way. He's looking to throw. He still pumps again. Now he wants to run. Hit as he throws down to the corner. He's got a man. It's caught, touchdown, as getting behind the defense was Andrew Peterson. Nerves of steel by Zach Bredman to hang in there as long as he did. He got crushed when he threw it, but delivered a strike, a 29-yard touchdown.
Well, that was right on the money, and the Pirates just got a little burnt on that one.
He had a lot of time to throw, and eventually just sneaking behind the defense there, Andrew Peterson hauls it in. It's a 29-yard score, 6-3, and they'll attempt the extra point with Isaac Manival now.
And being able to throw that ball when you knew that you were going to get lit up, and he got hit right after he let it go. That's pretty impressive to get it right on the money, too.
An incredible throw by the junior. Here comes the extra point to make it 7-3. Snap, good spot down. Ooh. Kick is up. Coette came off the edge, almost got to it, but the kick is up and good. 7-3 Barnesville, 5:06 to go in the first. We'll take a 30-second break. Crookston will get their second offensive possession when we come back. It's the Section 8 AA Championship from the Fargodome here on KROX.
You're watching Crookston Pirate Activities on the KROX live stream. It's brought to you in part by Riverview Health, American Crystal Sugar Company, CHS Egg Services, Christian Brothers Ford, Bremer Bank, Grove Mechanical, Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic, Crookston Valley Co-op, Hugo's Family Marketplace, United Valley Bank, the Benedictine Living Community, Villa St. Vincent, Ottertail Power Company, Crookston School District, Cess Vanderhoff, Andy Omen State Farm, the City of Crookston, and Tri-Valley Head Start, all bringing you Crookston Pirate Activities on the KROX live stream.
7-3 Barnesville, they answer right back. They go right down the field, 80 yards on that drive, and it ends with a 29-yard strike from Zach Bredman to his running back, Andrew Peterson. 7-3 Trojans in front. And with that first 3 and out for Crookston, Chris, it was the same issue they had against Barnesville last time. It's really tough to move this defensive line that the Trojans have.
And let's face it, the Pirates are pretty much one-dimensional on the running game, so Barnesville's teeing off on that. And that's why the Pirates came out with that pass on the first play of the game. But Barnesville's so quick, if you don't get it going north-south and they stretch you out to the sideline, they're just so much quicker that they're going to keep you for minimal gain at all, just like what happened with Carter.
6-play, 80-yard drive, capped off with the score. Manival has the ball teed up, kicking right to left, high end-over-end kick. It's downfielded at the 20, burst to speed 25, then hit before he could get to the 30 on that far side. It's a short return of about maybe 7 yards for the Pirates, and let's see, that was Ethan Bowman, so that'll set up a 1st and 10 from the 27.
Well, Bowman did a nice job. He came up to get it. It was a little shorter than they anticipated. He caught it and just went straight up the field and was able to get about a 10-yard return on it. And that was great coverage by Barnesville. They got down quick.
No, the kick was high enough that kick coverage got down there quickly. Crookston takes over now, 5:02. They'll have 2 receivers here to the right, Coette and Widman. Obel up to the left, and Bowl to the left of Jack Doda. Ball on the left hash. Geese split offset to the right, 4-man front for Barnesville. A wobbly snap. Here's a zone read to Bowl. He tries to get to the edge. There is a flag from the back judge, and now he's wrapped up for a loss on the play. We'll give him maybe a loss of 1, we'll have to call it. They'll check the flag now.
Well, that's in the holding area there.
You see how quick this Barnesville defense is too. Bowl, he normally outruns guys. Not that time, though, as the corners came up, made a nice tackle, and it is a illegal block in the back, it looks like. So that'll back the Pirates up, and it'll bring up 1st and long. They had 9 penalties last time they played Barnesville. That is one area Coach Lebarski said they got to stay disciplined in, and not a good start there with that one.
I think it wasn't 2 or 3 of them personal foul, just out of frustration.
That's a 10-yard variety there. It'll be 1st and 20. And, yeah, there were a couple out of frustration, which you love the fight, but you got to keep it contained and realize when you can kind of fight when the play's going on.
Yeah.
So trips out to the left now for Dota. Again, a lot of shotgun early on for Crookston. You can sense they want to mix things up here. 1st and 20 as they back themselves up to the 19. He'll throw a bubble screen out to left. That's over the head of Geese. That might be a backwards pass. It's kicked into the end zone by Barnesville. Now they're ruling incomplete.
Oh.
Now they're ruling incomplete at the last second. He threw the bag, it looked like, initially to signal fumble. Coach Strand on the sidelines got his hands in the air saying, why is that not backwards? Chris, you're on the sidelines. You're a little bit farther up the field, but what did you think? Hard to tell?
Yeah, from my angle, it's hard to tell, but Barnesville did the exact thing they should have done. Until you hear the whistle, they chased after it and tried to pick it up, and I think the Pirates, because it's from the line of scrimmage, right? Not where he's throwing.
No, it's where he throws it, I think. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
I think it was too close. Let's just put it that way.
It could have been disastrous for Crookston. Barnesville did recover that in the end zone. Thankfully, no replay, I guess, for the Pirates here in high school. That's the good news. They'll go under center now, 2nd and 20. Dota now 1 for 2 through the air. Ethan Bowman in motion. They'll fake the sweep to him, bowl up the gut, and right away they wrap him up after a short gain. They missed him initially on the tackle, but finishing it off to make it a 3rd and long was Logan Yeski.
Well, when you get that block to the back penalty, 10 extra yards to try to get a 1st down, that's just not good for the Pirates against this Barnesville team. And as we said last time, they had, less than, 30 yards?
46 total yards. 46, and honestly, a lot of it came at the end of the game.
I would say at least half of them.
Yeah, so it was tough sledding. They thankfully had a great defensive performance that game. It kept them in it, but you get the sense tonight with this Barnesville offense, Crookston's going to have to score. It's 3rd and long here. We'll see what Coach Lebarski dials up. They got 3 seconds to get the play off. Bowman comes and gets set. Now they will take the timeout. So that'll be their first timeout of the first half, and it'll be 3rd and about 18 when we come back. 30-second break. Pirates trailing 7-3, 3:49 to go in the first. You're listening to Crookston Pirate Football in the Section 8 AA Championship here on KROX. And we're back here from the Fargodome. Weimerl, Chris V, Bo Melby, Tom Lezon bringing you all the action here on this Friday night. Section 8 AA Championship between the Crookston Pirates and Barnesville Trojans. Crookston now trailing 7-3, and they have a 3rd and 18 coming off the timeout of 2 remaining in this opening half. Probably something somewhat conservative here, I would guess, Chris, backed up inside their own 20.
And I hate to say it, but the Pirates need to get a 1st down here because you don't want to give Barnesville a short field. We saw what they did with 80 yards to go.
4 receivers and a tight end. Dota's going to throw. He goes straight backdrop. He's just launching it deep down the right side. Miscommunication. Nobody over there. Geese cut in on a slant. It was a fade route. Luckily, it falls incomplete. Barnesville couldn't get to it, and the Pirates will have to punt.
And Jack Dota, he is, I don't know if he twisted his ankle or something happened, but he was right away walking with a noticeable limp.
That's not good as he kind of hobbles off the field here. Jake Erickson will punt it away. He's had a pretty good year punting the football for Crookston thus far, as he has 26 punts, 32.3 yards per average, as long as 48. He's at the, actually 51, I believe, right? Because he had a 51-yard punt against Pelican Rapids, I think. As they're coming after it, I think it got tipped, it's blocked. It'll bounce at the 15. Crookston's gonna pick it up, and that will end the play there. Well, they're gonna let him keep running. That's not the right call. Barnesville will have the football here because...
Well, they did touch it.
Well, after they blocked it, though? I don't think after they blocked it, they did.
I don't know. And the officials are going to have to talk it over here.
If this stands, Crookston's going to have the ball at the 41. I've never seen this before in my life.
East Grand Forks is saying, where in the heck were these guys last night?
Oh, my goodness. So this would be something. I would have to assume this is going to come back. Somebody got through for Barnesville. There was about 4 bodies. They blocked the punt. And now the officials, it looks like they're going to bring it back.
They're going to make the right call.
So what is that? Maybe. Well, now they're saying, they're giving it to Crookston, I guess. What? I have no idea. Oh, wait, now he's pointing in Barnesville's direction, it looks like. Yeah, he's pointing in Barnesville's direction. Now, he pointed the wrong way, and Barnesville lost their minds. And
rightfully so.
Yeah, that's too good. So
Crookston celebrated. Barnesville goes crazy on the as you said, losing their minds. And
so ball on the 36 is where they're going to mark it, it looks like right now, unless the chains are wrong. But what do we do there for the punt since it was blocked? Does he get anything credit-wise for the yardage there, I guess? I mean, it's all the way out near the 40 where it ended up getting touched.
I don't understand why they're getting the ball at the 41.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. But at Barnesville, I guess they're just happy. Coach Strand's still yelling at the officials over here on the near side with where we're at.
And he should be.
He's out of the coach's box on the field.
He's saying it should be where it's blocked.
And now the one official is going to come in. They've got to maybe reset this, it looks like. Absolute chaos here with 3:30 to go in the opening quarter. So
I don't know. It's I've been doing this a long time, but this year, just in the playoffs, I've seen a lot of
weird stuff.
Bad calls.
Yeah, weird
no
stuff.
calls, and yeah.
Now, to be fair, this is kind of unforeseen. We don't see it very often where they let a guy run the football after they block the kick. So I mean, I don't know. They are going to mark it back where he touched it, which was the...
Which is right.
Yep, which is right. So they're going to get right at the 30-yard line of the Pirates. So a short field now for Barnesville to work with. And again, we don't know. I didn't see for sure who blocked it. It was a Jake Erickson punt, and I guess technically he gets a net of 13 yards on the punt because they'll take over there. So first down and 10. They're back to work at the right hash after the 6-yard 80 drive. Touchdown score. Bredman takes the snap. He'll hand it off. A counter to the right. Big hole, 25. Nice cut upended there. A nice tackle by George Whitman at the 21, but a strong gain of 9 yards first by Braden Bredman. They'll bring up second down and 1. A positive gain on first down. They're starting to gash this defense a little bit.
We can't hear anything on the live stream.
Can't hear anything on the live stream. It looks like the levels are good up here on our live stream. And both our mics are unmuted, so I'll
check the screen.
Yeah, no, the screen looks good. Screen levels are good. Bo's going to pull it up on his phone here and see if he can hear it. As this one's cut back inside the 15 and plowing defenders down inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. What a run again by Braden Bredman. A couple of nice back-to-back runs for him. It'll be first and goal. So 13 more for Braden Bredman. Bo can hear it just fine up here on his phone, so whoever is letting you know.
Yeah, well, that's the same old jokers that never know how to operate anything.
We are happy to hear. We're still rolling, so that's good. Ball on the 7, actually, 14-yard gain. And Chris, I hate to say it early on, there's a lot of ways to go, but Crookston, they got to make a goal line stand here, maybe get the momentum back.
It's, yeah. You hate to say it's getting ugly with 2:25 left in the first quarter.
Barnesville's imposing their will. Another run to the right, and it'll be down inside the 5. Crookston, 4 or 5 guys there to tackle Bredman at the 4. He's got 3 straight carries here on this drive.
Well, I just got confirmation from an AD I respect more than the person that texted me first, and he can hear it. So,
well,
he also said BGMR is winning 2-0 in the Section 8A volleyball championship match.
So BGMR trying to go for the win. That's at UMC tonight, so it's a big night not only for football but volleyball as well.
And then tomorrow night we'll be at Glendon for the Section 8 AA championship of East Grand Forks taking on Barnesville.
So lots of coverage coming your way here the rest of the week. Second and goal from the 4 for Barnesville, up 7-3, ball on the right hash. There's the snap, Bredman again. He fights his way inside the 5, and the Pirates do a nice job of finishing him off. Gavin Luchny was there first, and then coming in to finish the playoff, it looked like Carter Coet was down there as well, George Whitman in there, and it's going to set third and goal.
How about that? Gavin Luchny, a freshman. Well, he was in the state wrestling tournament last year, just a hard-nosed kid. It just goes to show you don't have to be big if you're tough. And Gavin was able to make the tackle and had a nice 2-leg takedown.
Luchny, a late start. He made the starting lineup late today and making a play there. Third and goal, big play here. They'll pitch it out to the left. Bredman running to the corner. They're trying to track him down. He'll win the foot race and get in the pile on there on the near side. 4-yard score for Braden Bredman. He got all 5 carries on that drive for 30 yards, and Barnesville's up 13-3.
And that is the thing with this outstanding Barnesville team. As you said, they have so many weapons. You have Zach Bredman, the quarterback, he's ran the ball 52 times. Braden Bredman's run the ball 41 times. Rollers run the ball 57 times. Andrew Peterson 41 times. Ethan Larson 35 times.
Yeah, it's just so balanced.
Yep.
It's hard to stop. They must have saw something where they said Bredman was going to be the guy that drive. He got all 5. Manifold attempt the PAT. Kick is up. Oh, that one off the upright. No good. I don't know if it was blocked, but there were 2 more Pirates, Whitman and Coet, that got through again and may have affected that kick.
Well, if it wasn't blocked, I don't know how it got through there, but it looked like it might have been at least tipped by a finger.
That hit off the left upright. So 13-3. We'll take a 30-second break. Trojans, 13 unanswered, lead it by 10. You're listening to the Section 8-day double championship on KROX.
You're watching Crookston Pirate Activities on the KROX live stream. It's brought to you in part by Riverview Health, American Crystal Sugar Company, CHS Egg Services, Christian Brothers Ford, Bremer Bank, Grove Mechanical, Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic, Crookston Valley Co-op, Hugo's Family Marketplace, United Valley Bank, the Benedictine Living Community, Villa St. Vincent, Ottertail Power Company, Crookston School District, Cess Vanderhoff, Andy Omen State Farm, the City of Crookston, and Tri-Valley Head Start, all bringing you Crookston Pirate Activities on the KROX live stream.
Fargodome, 59 seconds to go in the opening quarter, and Crookston now find themselves down 13-3. It happens quick with this Barnesville team, and the 3 points, by the way, that matches, or almost matches, the total they give up per game this year. They only give up 3.6, so that tells you a little bit about this Barnesville defense. So an early hole for Crookston. We'll see if they can answer back. Bowman and Bull back to receive the kick, standing on the 15-yard line. Manival has the ball teed up.
Well, the scary thing is Coach Strand, he called me the other day, and he said, I said, so, how good are you? He goes, this is the best team I think I've had.
Yeah, that's saying something. They do a reverse here, and Bull across the 20 out of bounds at the 23. I like that. I mean, it didn't amount to much, but get your best player the ball some way, somehow. So 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. We'll see what Crookston does here as they go back to work. A couple of 3-and-outs, and it does look like Jack Doda is back out there, so that's good to see.
Jack's a hockey player. He's tough.
Yep.
It's going to take more than that to get him out of the game.
So good to see the senior leader, Jack Doda, back out there. They'll start at the 22. Ethan Bull, 2 carries, 4 yards so far. He had 6 for 11 the last time these two teams met. By far, that was his season low. It's a pistol kind of formation here. Geese, Bull in the backfield with Doda. 3 receivers on the play. There's the snap. He'll give it to Bull up the middle, and Barnesville all over it again. They get him down at the 20. It's a loss of 2, and in on the stop right away there was Peyton Amundsen yet again.
And along with 4 other Barnesville players. It's like they know the play that's coming.
No kid.
It's unbelievable how good this defense is.
Looking at the size of some of the guys up front for Barnesville as well. 265. They got a couple 200 guys. And then the linebackers are 180, and they're so quick. So, I mean, so many weapons.
And I was talking to Dave Emanuel, who's here snapping some pictures, and he said he walked by the guys. He goes, you can tell each one of them has been in the weight room because they're thick.
I was just saying, I mean, I know I'm skinny, but you compare me next to one of them when I was walking down there, it's insane. Shotgun for Doda. He takes the snap. This could be the last play of the quarter. He's under pressure, rolls to his right, looking for anyone, fires near the sideline, incomplete, as he threw it safely away, kind of, only where Widman could get it, but it was wide. So 3rd down and 12. There is 1 second left, and this will be an important 3rd down play upcoming now here for Crookston.
Well, it was a great play by Doda. He was able to scramble, basically running for his life, but he was able to throw it, as you said. Either George is going to get it or nobody is, and good heads-up play by the senior.
You get the sense Coach Lebarski knows they're going to have a tough time running it, as we've seen. They've already thrown the ball 4 times in this game. It's half their plays are passes on the 8 plays that they've ran so far. 3rd and 12, they have to get to the 32 to convert. 13-3 Barnesville. This will be the last play of the opening quarter. Doda in the shotgun. Barnesville making some adjustments now at the line. High snap. He gathers himself. 4-man rush. Pump fakes over the middle. Now he tries to take off to the right. Fires at the last second. It's caught at the 36. Cutting it up at the 40. Turning it upfield. George Widman gets to the 43. A gain of 23 to George Widman.
What a play call there by the Pirates. They had Widman streak. He was on the near sideline. He just went across the field, drag route, and Jack saw him and hit him right on the money while he was on the run. Nice play.
Great way to end the quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be back after this from the Fargodome. 2nd quarter coming up next. 13-3 Trojans in front on KROX.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Minnesota High School Sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Well, welcome back to the Fargodome here. Pirates take over first down and 10 after a 23-yard pass to George Whitman, their first down of the game, and they're at their own 43-yard line now. They're on the right hash, going right to left now, and the first play, the ball is loose. It's loose. It's going to be a scrum, and Barnesville has it. They're running towards the end zone in the left corner. 25-20, 15-10. Dota from behind can't get him. It's a scoop and score, and running it back is Johnny Robidoux. And an absolute disaster there for Crookston.
Well, that went right through Ethan's hands, and
well, him and Dota having a few words right now, because I think Bull was expecting him to go to the next guy in the backfield, and Dota obviously thought he was giving it to Bull there.
Yep, he put it right into the belly, but even if it wasn't for him, you still got to sell the fake.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, that's unfortunately on Ethan there.
So it was Johnny Robidoux with the scoop and score. We'll call it a 40-yard scoop and score for him. And now with it being a two-point conversion try, they'll just go right up the middle and get it. It's Bredman up the gut. So Braden Bredman makes it 21-3. 10 seconds into the second quarter, and Barnesville with their largest lead now, 21 unanswered. It's amazing, Chris, how quickly it happens.
Yeah, with this Barnesville team, you turn it over, and you don't expect them to turn it right into a scoop and score, but the Pirates in the third quarter, last time they played Barnesville, there was 2 turnovers, and Ethan had both of those, and they turned it into easy 2 touchdowns, and that's what really opened the game up in the first time they met. And this time, again, a turnover, and all of a sudden, boom, they have 8 more points.
Yeah, so Bull, he'll get credit for the fumble on that one. It's tough because, it's a miscommunication, tough exchange, but that'll go against the Pirates now for their first turnover of the game. Each team's fumbled it once now in this game. And the Pirates now down 21-3. You got to find a way to keep this crowd engaged. You can tell it's getting a little bit quieter over there right now, and you got to do whatever you can here to get them back involved.
You're being nice, Wyatt. It's very quiet over here.
Yeah, I'll trust you. You're right up there close to it. So sideline even too, not just the fans, but you can tell the players even a little bit discouraged.
That was a hard one.
It is.
You fumble it, and they turn it into a quick 6, and you knew it was going to be tough coming in. It was going to be, I don't want to say impossible. Nothing's impossible when it comes to high school sports, but you knew it was going to be a tough one, and you can't have plays like that.
So Manival has the ball teed up again. Crookston here. They did a reverse last time on the kickoff. They don't have any, well, I should take that back. Carter Coet had a kickoff return for a touchdown earlier this year. This one's just going to be fell on at the 39. It was a squib kick, and getting on top of it there for Crookston to secure that one was number 13 for the Pirates, and that is Evan Trudeau. So they'll start at the 39. See what the offense can do here as they take the field. I know Chris's mic down there keeps cutting in and out. We're going to see if we can fix that and adjust that here and hopefully get some better connection. So hang with us, Chris, as ball on the 39 for Crookston. 1st and 10, ball on the right hash. Dota takes the snap. He'll fake it up the middle, keep it, go around the right edge, cuts it up at the 44, and is stopped there. So nice job of Dota on his second carry of the night. He gets 5 yards. So 2 carries, 4 yards for him in the game. They have 4 rush yards as a team. The other 4 carries have gone to Ethan Bull. He has 4 rushes, no yards in the game. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. Positive play there on 1st down, 11:23 and counting here in this second quarter. So still working on moving the receiver over for Chris. We should get him back here shortly. There we go. He got you now. Does that sound any better for you down there?
Yeah, it does, but I still got that hum.
You got that hum? Okay, well, we'll see what we can do about that. As Geese, his first carry of the day, he goes to the left and maybe got a yard. Barnesville did a good job rallying to the football there, and in on the stop, that was number 40, Connor Lokes. So it'll set up a 3rd down and 4.
Well, 3rd down and 4, that's not insurmountable, but it seems like 3rd and about 10 when you're playing Barnesville. And but 2 good plays so far here for the Pirates. Jack Doda, the first play, had a nice read and was able to bounce it out to the outside. And we'll see what happens here for the Pirates on this one.
They are 1 for 3 on 3rd down so far today, but this is by far the shortest they've had to go on any 3rd down so far, so that's encouraging. 2 receivers in the formation. Geese in the backfield, Bull off to the left. Doda under center, takes the snap. They'll pitch it out that way. Geese was looking to throw, it looked like, and now he'll run up, get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be stopped there. George Whitman was running down the left side, and Geese didn't like what he saw, so he decided to run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, 4th down.
Was that Geese that ran into the Barnesville player and knocked him over? Or is that somebody else?
Well, Geese was the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't think he ran. Somebody put a monster block on one of the Barnesville players, and he's coming out of the game.
Interesting. Yeah, coming out of the game for Barnesville was number 45 there, and he's actually not listed as a defensive starter, but that's Ethan Larson, one of their better running backs. Jake Erickson's in to punt. Now we got a flag. Let's see. 3, 5, 7, 9. I'm counting 12. Looks like they have too many men on the field here.
Well, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
You got to do whatever you can. I mean, if you're going to put 12 out there, why not try 13?
See if they catch you. See if they catch you.
Yeah, sneak if you can put a 13th. And, yeah, coming off the field, Ethan Bull's not happy. Running, trotting off the field. Gavin Luchny, I guess, wasn't supposed to be out there. So that'll back them up 5 yards. They're going to punt from the 39. The last punt, keep in mind, did get blocked. So Barnesville's not afraid to come after it. Erickson's going to have to be ready to get this one off quickly. Back to receive the kick for Barnesville is Braden Bredman. There's the snap, a lob of a snap. He gets it and punts it away. It's a nice kick, fair caught, running up and sliding. He muffed it, ball is still loose. I think the Pirates got it at the 35. They do.
George Whitman, the 5th.
How about that? George, 2 big plays in this game now. The catch and now the fumble recovery on the muff punt. It's the 2nd time Barnesville has turned it over.
And that was just great. Well, number 1, a great punt by Erickson, nice and high, and you got that big, tall ceiling, and he used almost all of it. And then the Pirates just hustled down. And did they call for a fair catch?
He did. It was similar to the play we saw last night for East Grand Forks, where they ran up on a muffed punt, and he slid and just couldn't secure it. And, yeah, that's a costly one for Barnesville.
And Whitman was Johnny on the spot.
Absolutely. We'll see if they can take advantage. Bull to the left side, cuts back to the right, gets hit there, and eventually tripped up, but he does fall forward to the 32, a gain of 2 for Ethan Bull. Bring up 2nd down and 8. So 2 turnovers now for Barnesville. You got to turn this into points here.
Absolutely. The Pirates turned that first turnover into 3. We would obviously love to see 6, 7, or 8 points on this one.
Oh, yeah. As we go under 9 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter, Crookston still just 1 first down in this game. Bull now their leading rusher on the year at just 2 yards on 5 carries. It's tough to run in between the tackles on Barnesville, that's for sure.
Well, and we've noticed when they've tried to go to the outside, there's been nothing there either.
Great closing speed by all of these defenders for the Trojans. They're not even going to put a running back back there with Doda now on this 2nd down play. Geese out to the right, trips down to the left. Coet is the tight end to the right, back to pass. He'll step up. 5-man rush. Now he fires over the middle into heavy traffic, incomplete. There was a couple of crossing routes there by Crookston, and Tanner Geese was the closest one to it, and Barnesville did a nice job of breaking it up.
Yeah, and that was a dangerous pass there. Barnesville had it defensed pretty well, and I know Rylan Labarski didn't get the start, and sometimes it's not fun. Well, a lot of times it's not fun being the coach's kid.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's no reason other than, well, you can come off the bench for this one.
Well, and he's out on this play, and he's getting talked to over there on the sideline, as there was 2 receivers very close to each other on that play.
You never want to have 2 receivers close to each other.
3rd and 8, 1 receiver right. That's Whitman. Obble down to the left. It's a 3-3-5 defense play. Action rolling to the right. He's under pressure. Fires. It's caught by Coet at the 30. He reaches and got the first down. Carter Coet leaping near the sideline did just enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's going to be close here. They marked it back at the 23, but it is going to be a first down by about a length of the football.
Nice job. He got 8 yards on the catch. Carter Coet moves the sticks. His 2nd catch of the game now for 10 yards. And Crookston gets their 2nd first down of the game.
And actually, when Carter went to step and then try to push off, he stepped out of bounds.
Oh,
so that's
no
why
kidding.
that's why it's so far back.
I see. Yeah, I can't see that from up here, so that makes more sense because from up here it looked like he got it by a mile.
Yeah, great call by the official.
So good thing that he got it still, as they'll go Geese this time to the right, and they strung that one out, and he is hammered down there by a couple of Trojans. It's a loss of 1 on the play. So a case like that, Chris, they try to put it outside, and like you said, there's just nothing there.
No, the pursuit for this Barnesville team is top notch. There's a reason why they're considered one of the favorites. I'd say 3 or 4 favorites to win the state championship this year, and we're seeing it. Their speed is just a whole different level.
17 plays run for Crookston in this game, 7 passes, 10 on the ground. They have 33 passing yards, 6 on the ground. So, hey, they got 39 total yards. It's better than they did the first half against Barnesville last time, if you want to look at the bright spot.
And, if they punch one in, this is a whole different ballgame.
So can they take advantage of the muff punt? 2nd down and 11. Snap. Doda rolling to the right again. He's going for the end zone. He's got a man wide open, and it's incomplete as getting turned around on the play. It was the intended receiver, I believe, Ryan Abel.
Yep.
And he stopped, it looked like, when he should have kept going. He was wide open. Oh, that was a missed opportunity.
And I think the problem there, well, number one, it was overthrown, and I don't know if it would have been caught or if it would have been considered a catch because it did sail off to the right out of bounds.
Okay.
But I think the throw was off because as Jack was getting ready to throw, he had to sort of stop for a second just to make sure that Abel was looking. So, hey, how about this? The Pirates are forcing Barnesville into a timeout.
Yeah, Barnesville they're up 21-3, but they have made some costly mistakes. That time they broke down in coverage. There was a wide open receiver. Crookston just missed it. They've had a couple of turnovers. So Coach Strand, I'm sure even with the big lead, is saying we got to tighten things up a little bit.
Yeah, you take that fumble and turnover, and they score here. This is a good effort so far by the Pirates.
Yeah, you get this back to a 2-score game with any kind of points, even a field goal. So you'd love to have something positive in your favor. Crookston will receive the second half kickoff. I know we're still a little ways away from that, but even if you could keep this a 2-score game, let's say, get it back to 2, get the second half kickoff, I think all things considered, you're still in the football game.
Yeah, well, if you get a touchdown, 2-point conversion, this is a big if on a 2-point conversion in the touchdown, but you could be within 10 points. So, that would be phenomenal.
And Barnesville, honestly, they're just not used to playing in close games. For crying out loud, in the semifinals, they beat Frazee 57-0. It was never close.
Well, and it really wasn't close when they played Detroit Lakes and hammered DL, too.
Yeah, so they're used to playing with a big lead. Coming off the timeout, they somehow had 12 guys on the field. They'll run one off. I'm sure Coach Strand's probably not pleased about that. But anyways, 3rd and 11. They got one receiver right, one to the left. Doda in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's back to pass. Free rusher up the middle. It's because they were setting up a screen. It's caught there by Bull, but he is wrapped up quickly. All over that one once again was Robidoux, and that time Johnny Robidoux brings him down for a loss of about 3.
Well, the penetration was so fast here for Barnesville. They get through, and then because of that, Doda had to lob it up over the guys that were coming at him, so that just gave way too much time for the defense, and Bull was hit as soon as he caught it.
Also, get this, weird stat for Ethan Bull. He was one of the better receivers they had last year. That's his first catch on the year. So something that they just...
Oh, my mistake. That's his third.
Third. Oh, did he have 2 in the semifinals? The one game I didn't do, and sure enough, he has to catch a couple there, I guess. So here's the snap. Doda, he play fakes. It was low. They're going for it. Fires over the middle. Tipped in. Incomplete. It was short of the sticks anyways, and Geese would have been wrapped up as soon as he caught it. So they'll turn it over on downs, and with 6:33 to go, they will start at their own 26-yard line.
Well, again, this is why Barnesville's so good. Their defense is stout, and they were able to come up with a big stop there.
So 6:33 to go. Barnesville, they've hit a couple of big plays today, the biggest one being the 33-yard run to start that 6-play, 80-yard drive for a score. They usually move the ball kind of slower, though. It's the 5, 10-yard runs that get you, so we'll see how they want to handle this drive up by 18. They'll come under center. Zach Bredman, it seems like it's been forever since they had the football. It's their first touch here in the second half. They'll run it over to the left side and spinning off of a couple of guys. Eventually getting brought down was Andrew Peterson, just his second carry of the game. And it is a gain of nothing. Maybe even lost a yard.
Carter Coette, Gavin Luchny, they don't want their Pirate wrestling season to start on time. So they come up with a tackle for no gain. Nice play by those two.
Well, Luchny, I tell you what, a couple of nice plays. And for a guy that didn't know he was going to be starting until today, he's answered the call. So good.
Just got an update. Badger, Greenbush, Middle River beat Lake of the Woods.
So
3-0.
They're off to the state tournament. Congratulations to BGMR. 2nd and 11. Here's the snap from the 25. This one's right up the middle. Roller, big hole, 30, and he'll get hit there in the secondary. Nice tackle at the 33 by George Whitman, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and short. So that's a gain for Roller of about, we'll call it 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and manageable. Roller 5 carries now, 49 yards. He did cough it up once. He is their leading rusher on the year, but again, they're so balanced. A lot of different guys can hurt you at times.
I'd like to thank the, I think it's up to 16 people now that texted me when we said we couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got multiple texts as well.
We had one say one, and then there was 16 that said we can hear.
So I think we'll take those odds. They
I
run
think so.
Option play on a 3rd and short. Now they pitch it at the 40, cutting it up, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, down to the 30. A massive run for Braden Bredman as he is down to Crookston's 30, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's Barnesville football right there. They stop you. Next thing you know, they have a big hit like that, and now they're just a couple plays possibly from striking again.
Bredman's 2 biggest runs have been on those options where they pitch it at the last second, and it looks like you're okay if you're the Crookston defense, but, man, they just find ways to break you down, and another nice run. So it'll be at the 28. It'll be a 1st down and 10. 21-3 Trojans that are on the move again. 4th play of the drive. The quarterback, the junior, Zach Bredman under center. This is Roller right up the gut. He gets tripped up to the 25 and brought down there, as I think in on the stop was Tanner Geese as he got hit to the ground but did enough to bring him down.
Yeah, Geese ball was also in on that pile there. So, but again, Barnesville with this Veer offense, you had 2 Pirates trying to tackle a guy without the ball, and that's just how good they run it. And they've been doing it forever.
They've got 132 yards of rushing now in this opening half. 4:30 still to go, an 18-point lead, 2nd and 7. Here they come to the line. They're going left to right across your radio dial. There's a reason they're number 1 in Section 8 AA. This time a keep for Bredman. He got a lead block, 20, cuts it back to the left inside the right hash and is tripped up there. Right around the line again, and now a flag comes in.
That was Antonio Romero in on the tackle there for the Pirates. He read that perfectly.
Well, and now I wonder if they're going to get a late hit or a face mask or something here. It came in late. Ethan Bowman kind of came in and hit him late.
Yeah.
And, they call targeting.
Hit him in the head.
So in high school, I don't know if it's the same rule as it is in college. They don't eject him, do they? I wonder what's going to happen here to Ethan Bowman. I don't know. In college, it's an automatic ejection if it's targeting. I don't know if that's the case in high school. There was no malicious intent there either.
No.
He just happened to.
Well, that's what the Pirate coaching staff saying. Well, he got the shoulder pad first.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you hit somebody in whether he's sliding or diving, you hit him in the head, and rightfully so, officials have to be very cautious, and you have to call it.
Half the distance to the goal. It's 1st and goal now from the 8-yard line. This time a keeper Bredman again. That time he got tripped up right away, spun back into the middle to maybe get 2 yards. Coet Geese getting off that pile after making the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Well, the Pirates, they're going to hope for another maybe possible turnover here, see if they can come up with a stop. But Barnesville knocking on the door at the just shy of the 6-yard line.
Well, I want to go back to the targeting, Chris. The rule was in place because, you want to protect the quarterbacks.
Yep.
I've never liked when they kick guys out on plays where you can clearly tell they're not trying anything malicious. I think it can be a flag without kicking them out, so I'm glad that's the rule in high school. So that's good to see.
Yeah, we see. I'll add in a second.
Yeah, here's the play as they'll run it to the right and inside the 5. And no, he kept it and is around the corner. My goodness, I was completely fooled. That's a touchdown. What a read by Zach Bredman, a 6-yard score, and Barnesville's up 27-3.
Oh, he did a great job of disguising it. He put it right on his hip, sort of on his backside there, and kept it down and was just sort of running, not sprinting by any means. And then all of a sudden he saw an opening and just took off. What a play there by Barnesville.
Oh, Bredman, a 6-yard run, and that's the tough part about this offense. You just don't know who has the ball sometimes. I didn't even know. Manival will attempt the PAT to make it 28-3. There's 3:18 to go in the half. So the good news for Crookston is they'll have some time to try and go on a little 2-minute drill if they want to get some points, and now they jump off sides. There might have been movement for Barnesville first. The Pirates are pointing, and it is. So false start. That'll back them up.
Well, and we see with the college officials and those ejections, we've seen so many calls where the kid shouldn't be ejected.
Yeah.
But we're seeing it with people take the easy way out. So the NCAA and the officiating taking the easy way out by just saying you hit him in the head, you're ejected.
Yep.
And we're seeing the same thing in the schools with bowling. I know in Crookston they have the zero tolerance policy. Well, if you stick up for yourself to a person that's bowling you, you get suspended. That's the dumbest thing ever. It's just the administration taking the easy way out. So it's sort of the same way with the officials.
The snap, the kick is up, and it is good. Mandival adds the PAT, 28-3 Trojans. We'll step aside. Crookston getting the football back next. You're listening to the Section 8AA Championship here on KROX. We'll be back after this.
You're watching Crookston Pirate Activities on the KROX live stream. It's brought to you in part by Riverview Health, American Crystal Sugar Company, CHS Egg Services, Christian Brothers Ford, Bremer Bank, Grove Mechanical, Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic, Crookston Valley Co-op, Hugo's Family Marketplace, United Valley Bank, the Benedictine Living Community, Villa St. Vincent, Ottertail Power Company, Crookston School District, Cess Vanderhoff, Andy Omen State Farm, the City of Crookston, and Tri-Valley Head Start, all bringing you Crookston Pirate Activities on the KROX live stream.
Here, 3:18 to go in the second quarter. 28-3 to Barnesville, 28 unanswered for the Trojans.
Yeah, Barnesville just showing how strong they are. And what do they have, 3, maybe 4 that go both ways?
3 or 4 at the most. Coach Tran mentioned it multiple times in the pregame interview.
And they are showing, not only their depth, they're playing a lot of different people, but that really helps. And the dry air, we were talking about this yesterday in the 3 games we carried. It is very dry in here, so if you're not used to it, it really takes the life out of you a little bit.
So they'll kick off here. Crookston back to receive the kick at their 15-yard line. Manival has the ball teed up and sends it away. A kick angling towards the left side, bounced at the 24. This is going to stay in play. Fielded there at the 18, cutting up is Bowman. He's tripped up out across the 20. At the 23, it's a return of 5 yards.
Well, it's no surprise. They're kicking it away from Bull. And so Bowman, though, he's done a nice job. As soon as he fields it, he cuts right up the field, no dancing around. And so a good job by Ethan there.
Crookston's offense, it's been better in this half than it was against Barnesville last time. They have a couple of first downs. That matches the total they had last time in the game.
And I think both of those were in the fourth quarter the first time.
And they were, absolutely. And Dota, 30 yards through the air on 4 of 10 passing, so they've thrown a lot more tonight. We'll see if that's a trend that continues.
Yep. And the passing, when Jack, well, even when he doesn't have time, they've had some success.
And with 3:18 to go and you have 2 timeouts, I would expect we'll see, as Barnesville jumps there, that should be a free 5 yards. They do a hard count, unless they say Crookston moved first.
Nope. I think we might have a pass play because George Widman was asking for the coaches to run the same play.
No kidding. Oh, yeah.
That's, if anybody listening played back in the day, a 72 wheel. That's where the tight end does a little, you go towards the sideline, and then the quarterback does a fake, and then you go up, and then it's a big hitter. Anytime they called 72 wheel and there's a penalty, I'd say, we're doing it.
Yeah. We'll see if the defense took notice. We'll see if they run the same play. They're under center now, so it's not the same play. Now they'll take the snap, a little zone read up the middle to Tanner Geese. He got hit hard, but got to the 30. Does a nice job of getting a couple of yards.
Well, that's... It'd be tough to be a running back facing, any player, but especially a running back facing Barnesville. They had a nice hole. The line did a great job, created a big hole for Tanner, and then all of a sudden, right as he was getting through the line of scrimmage, all of a sudden, boom, here comes somebody from Barnesville and just takes them down. They're just so quick and anticipate so well.
They've given up only 521 on the ground all year in 9 games, so do the math. That's like 60, 70 yards a game. Bull to the right side, that got strung out. He got back to the line of scrimmage. Not much there for Ethan Bull, and it's going to set up a 3rd down and about 3.
And the Pirates, they had Carter Coette, they had Tanner Geese, they had George Widman, all trying to block for him, and but Barnesville's just able to string it out and take those blockers along with them.
And even now, you see another sub into the game for Barnesville. Yep. They do a great job of subbing out in between plays. There's just so many guys they can go to. Keep those legs fresh. It makes a difference.
Yeah, well, Coach Strand, he's a phenomenal coach. He's built this program, and he tells the kids, if you're not in the weight room, you're not playing.
It's without a doubt football, the sport where you need to be in the weight room the most.
If you're not in the weight room, you might as well not play.
Absolutely. Trips out to the right on this 3rd and 3. There's the snap. He's back to pass. A couple of drops. He's launching deep down the right side and into traffic, incomplete. And there's the flag. I was going to say he got mugged on the play. And that's the crowd. You can hear the crowd behind Chris there. They wanted the flag, and they'll get it. So this will be an automatic first down.
Not going to say anything about last night's game.
No, you want to, though, I can tell.
No, that's exactly what should have happened last night.
Yeah, no, he didn't turn around, did not locate the ball, and Tanner Geese did a good job of drawing the contact, going for it, and that's an easy 15 right there.
Yeah, if there is any Green Wave fans watching, I know there's quite I'm assuming there's quite a few. They like to see how the Pirates are doing, and now that, especially since we're not in the same section anymore, we sort of, I know this is sacrilegious, but we cheer for each other now. But we saw 2 officials in the convenience store after, and they both walked by me, put their head down. One shook his head and put his head down. They knew they screwed that up last night, but that doesn't help East Grand Forks.
It probably doesn't make them feel a whole lot better. A trick play here on the reverse ball is out. Coette fumbled it. It's picked up, and they'll have a first down. Bredman picked it up. The one who stripped it on the back half of the play was Logan Yeski. It's a fumble for Carter Coette, and the Pirates turn it over for the second time in the game.
Well, I'm going to be Captain Obvious here, but you can't do that. The 2 turnovers that the Pirates have had, one went directly into the end zone. This one luckily did not, but it's a short field at the 30-yard line for Barnesville, and now they have a very good opportunity to punch one in here and take a 30-plus point lead.
Yeah, it's amazing what has happened in this first half since the Pirates got the initial fumble. They get the field goal, all Barnesville since then. Really, the only other thing that has gone well for Crookston was the muff punt. Other than that, though, it's been all Trojans. So another short field from the 30. Second time they've started on the Pirates 30 in the game. They'll fake one there. Bredman didn't know where to go with it. He's going to be brought down. Ethan Bull around the edge and gets him down. That was just a broken play. I have no idea what happened there. And Bredman is brought down for a loss of 5, and now Barnesville takes a timeout. I don't know, Chris, if you had any idea what was going on. Bredman looked like he thought the play was blown dead or something. He just froze.
Yeah, and I think it was supposed to be maybe an option-type play.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Weird. So we can't really call it a sack.
That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to jump to conclusions there, but he took off to run as soon as he realized the play was broken. It's a loss 5. Ethan Bull will get a tackle for a loss there. Nice job by him, still playing hard, is able to get back there. So finally, Barnesville behind the sticks. Not really something that we can say much of here tonight. So it'll be a 2nd down and 15 upcoming here once we get out of the timeout. Barnesville will have 1 timeout remaining, 2:13 to go here until halftime. So still plenty of time for the Trojans.
And I've spent half my probably at least an hour the past 2 days banning and blocking people off Facebook that are putting scam links for streaming.
Do not click those.
If it's not, if it's a home Pirate game or a playoff Pirate game, and we put it on our Facebook, we are doing it. It's on our website. It's everywhere. Don't click on any of these that have a link in our Facebook account.
Play out to the left here for Braden Bredman across 30, leaps a man and is out there at about the 26. It's a gain of 9 for Bredman. George Whitman was over there to force him out of bounds. It'll be a 3rd down.
We need Elon Musk to buy Facebook.
One step at a time. Let's make sure the Twitter deal works
all the
out.
Facebook employees would be fired too. I guess.
No kidding. It's a gain of 9, 75 yards on 7 carries for Braden Bredman. But yeah, as he mentioned, pass that information along too to other people. Make sure that they're only going to our Facebook page, clicking on our link, and searching us on YouTube. Play action pass. Bredman on 3rd down, fires to the boundary. Incomplete. Is it intercepted?
Oh, almost.
Incomplete as that bounced off of Bredman's hands, and Ethan Bowman, I think he had it in his hands at one point.
It went right through his hands, and Ethan, he was sort of twisted because he came sliding in and went right off his fingertips. So actually, Bredman could have had the reception, Bowman could have had the interception, and then it went through both of their hands, unfortunately for the Pirates.
So Zach Bredman throwing to Braden Bredman on that one, incomplete, and it should be 4th down, but now the signal is, it's 4 on the scoreboard, 3 on the down marker. Now they switched
He
to
was
4.
waiting to get the official.
Gotcha.
The official's supposed to signal 4th down.
Gotcha. So 4th down and 6. They got to get to the 20 to convert. They are going for it. Bredman under center. He'll look at it. It's a blitz. He's back to pass. He'll fire over the middle. He's got a man wide open, caught at the 5, touchdown. The Pirates sent one too many, and nobody was there to cover Braden Bredman.
Well, the problem was there we had Bowman and Woodman covering one receiver. Nobody was covering the guy coming up the middle.
So it's a 26-yard pass to Braden Bredman for the score. Both completions for Zach Bredman today have gone for touchdowns. He's 2 for 3 for 55 yards and 2 scores. Yeah, that's a real backbreaker there, as they'll try the PAT to make it 35-3. As Manival here gets ready. Iniger will hold. There's the snap, the spot, the extra point is up, and it is good. 35-3, we'll take a break. We'll be back. Crookston will get it with 1:56 to go till half. Barnesville up big on the Pirates in the Section 8A double championship on KROX. And we're back from the Fargodome. A 26-yard touchdown pass to Bredman. The extra point was added by Isaac Manival, and it's 35-3 Barnesville, 1:56 to go. 35 unanswered for the Trojans, and remarkable first half for the best team in Section 8AA, and there's a reason they're number 1, and they're showing it again here tonight.
Well, I love the student body. They are singing "Don't Stop Believing." I love the innocents, or they're really big smart Alex, one of the two. But they're having fun, so that's good. And I think the student body, they sort of knew this was, they knew this was going to be a tough one, because Barnesville is Barnesville. But good to see they're having fun and trying to keep the Pirates, the Pirate football team. Just enjoy it.
And they have showed out in full force.
Yep.
It's a good crowd over there, so you love to see that.
And there's more in the student body than there was for the whole Otter Tail Central fans.
As there's the kick ball at the 30, Geese 35, and hit hard there before the 40. Now wrapped up as he tried to get to the right side, and they'll mark him down, well, at the 35. I mean, forward progress should have been closer to the 40, but whatever. They'll start at the 35, 1:49 to go here until half.
Well, the problem there is that Tanner did run backwards, so that's why he lost the forward progress.
So for Crookston here now, the only points in the game came off of a Barnesville fumble, and they were already set up in scoring position. So can they put a drive together here before the end of the half?
They have not been able to so far.
So here's the play fake. Doda rolls to the right, looking for Geese. One-handed catch at the 35, and he gets a couple yards. Tanner Geese, an acrobatic catch, and turns it into a short gain.
Yeah, he caught it one hand and was able to haul it in. Must have some pretty good stickum on that right hand.
No kidding.
But then, more importantly, he was able to hit the brakes before he went out of bounds to maybe get another half a yard before he was hit. And I should say we just got a Facebook message from Russ Severson. He's watching the game from Mesa, Arizona.
How about that?
So, well, good to hear from you, Russ. And if you're watching from somewhere, you can text me, 218-280-4021. We'll pass it along.
This game receiving national attention down in Arizona as Doda's under pressure and flips it at the last second. Did he get rid of it before his knee hit the ground?
No, he's going to be down.
They are going to mark him down, so that'll be a big loss on the play of about – oh, wait a minute. Now the one official says incomplete.
Oh, boy.
So I guess they'll say he did flip it at the last second.
Pirates got a call.
Hey, we'll take it.
Can't complain. They got a call.
Like the Pirates of the Caribbean, take what you can and give nothing back for the Pirates.
That should be the Crookston High School motto. take what you can. Don't give anything back.
It's going to be 3rd and 8. Ball on the 37. There's still 1:37 to go. So if you don't convert this now, you've actually given Barnesville a chance to potentially get the football back and go score. You need a first down.
And they'll look to punch it in, too.
Oh, yeah. You need a first down here. And now there's flags, before they could even get the snap off. No timeout was signaled for, so this is a 5-yard penalty.
And I know the kids aren't used to the play clocks, but there's a play clock on each side of the field. So there shouldn't be any delay of games other than the play getting in too late, and that wasn't the case there.
Yeah, no, you just got to keep an eye on those and be looking for that.
But again, we're not going to blame Jack because he haven't played with it for most of the year. And I think, they play one game at home with it, the playoff game?
The first playoff game against Warroad, that was the only time.
Yep.
So it's going to be 3rd and 13 now, and we'll see if they go back to the air. Dota is 5 for 12, 32 yards passing today. Ethan Bull split off to left, Tanner Geese in the backfield, Dota under center. 3-man front, a 3-3-5 defense. They'll pitch it out to the left to Bull. He's looking to pass. Now Geese, he's looking to pass. Throws it into double coverage, incomplete. It was tightly contested, and he was looking for Rylan Labarski, and that'll set up 4th down.
Now we have a whistle along the far sideline.
Oh, look at this.
They threw a flag.
Late flag. That was really late.
He wasn't over the line of scrimmage, was he?
Well, they're asking if Coach Strand wants to accept it, so he'll decline it. Ineligible man downfield.
Okay.
Which, it's interesting because, on a design, it's a trick play because, it's a run and then they're going to throw. I've never seen that called before. That's interesting. Huh. It's still a rule, though. I mean, if you're down the field, so one of the linemen must have just got a little anxious.
And that's the other problem is on a play like that, it's so long developing, and if you're a lineman, you're looking for somebody to block downfield. All of a sudden, if you get too far, 3-4 yards away from the line of scrimmage, now you're considered an ineligible lineman downfield.
So Tanner Geese, his first pass attempt of the year, it's incomplete, and now Erickson 2 punts today for 39 yards. He'll boom this one away, and Barnesville not interested in it. Bounces at the 36. It takes somewhat of a Pirates bounce and stops at the 33, maybe 32. So that's a 36-yard punt, his best so far of the day for Jake Erickson.
Well, Jake, he's had a nice game. He's got a field goal. He's had some nice punts. Kicked off, got a touchback, and he got the 3 points on the field goal because of his deep kick the first on the kickoff. So
absolutely.
There's definitely a very nice silver lining there for the Pirates.
So Barnesville, they do just have one timeout, but they've hit some big plays. They're going to start here at the 33-yard line, and we'll see if they can put something together in the final minute of the half. 35-3.
As powerful as they are, a minute 22, that's more than enough time.
So Crookston got to stay very disciplined here. Zach Redmond takes the snap. They'll keep it with him. He's thrown back across. They got a screen set up. Rollers got it. 35. Lead blocker 40, 45. Nice tackle by Bowman to limit the gain, but it's a strong gain of 14 still.
What a play call and what an execution. Redmond, he just did, I don't know what he looked over to the left, then all of a sudden he jumped in the air, spun around. And almost like a jump stop in basketball with a pivot is what he did. And then he looks over to the right, and all of a sudden they had the screenplay set up perfectly.
1 minute to go. They get huddled, and now they snap it. And this one up the middle of the roller. He'll cut back and get inside the 45, down to the 44. A gain there. They'll mark him right at the 45. Gain of 7 for John Roller.
Yeah, down to 47 seconds remaining in the first half. Barnesville leading 35-3. They've scored 2 touchdowns directly off of Pirate turnovers. One instantly into a touchdown.
Scoop and score, yeah. So now 2nd and 3, only 35 seconds. They got to go. They have just one timeout. There's the snap. Option play. Bredman cuts it back up. Tripped up, but he got to the 40 for a first down as Jaron Bailey got the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Clock stops momentarily as they move the sticks.
Oh, a nice job by Jaron Bailey diving and tripping him up by the ankle. Great effort.
They go no huddle here. Clock rolling now. 22 seconds to go. They got to go quick with just one timeout. They spike it to stop the clock with 19 seconds.
And, some people in Crookston might be thinking, well, they're running it up. No, there's no such thing as running it up in the playoffs in the first half.
Section championship. You do whatever you want.
Even in the third quarter. There's no comfortable lead in high school sports, but in the first half especially, you're trying to score as much as you can.
So now ball between the hashes, 2nd and 10 after the spike at the Pirates. 19 seconds to go. Barnesville trying to add to their big lead here in the championship game. Back to passes Bredman. He's got time wide open again in the middle. It's going to be caught, and walking in untouched is Braden Bredman, a 40-yard touchdown pass. I don't know what happened there. Again, he's wide open in the middle of the field.
And it's been the Pirates' bugaboo for many years. Is they're defending the pass, and they are just taking advantage of basically just a guy coming out of the backfield, running straight down the middle of the field, and nobody's within 20 yards of him.
Yeah, unbelievable breakdown there. 13 seconds to go. Manival will attempt the PAT to make it 42-3. Barnesville right now well on their way to another state tournament appearance. Bredman now through the air for a 7, 3 touchdowns and 109. A flag before they got the snap off here. And that'll be the second time they had a false start on an extra point.
So I think they're just working on their longer kicking game.
There you go. That's one way to do it.
And, boy, this Manival, he's tough.
You mentioned Erickson kicking a lot of field goals from long range. Manival was as well. He was kicking from 40, 45 yards as well in the pregame.
Yeah, tall, lanky.
So Braden Bredman, 2 catches for 66 yards and 2 scores. Hard to beat that. He's on pace for the Randy Moss game on Thanksgiving. 3 catches, 3 scores if he gets another one.
Let's hope he doesn't moon anybody.
Yeah, whoa, oh, yeah. Good point. As the extra point's up, and Manival has no problem splitting the uprights 42-3. Barnesville.
And that was the fake moon game, wasn't it?
It was. No, not the same game. He did have a couple touchdowns that game. Thanksgiving Day against the Cowboys, that's when he caught the 3 scores, and then he mooned the Packers
the Packer
in the playoffs.
Game. That's what it was, yeah.
Still a great moment, I guess, in Vikings history, but I don't condone
We're still
any
talking
of that.
about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally condone
he didn't
it, but
really do it.
Exactly.
People were, I can't believe it. It's like he didn't do anything.
Well, Joe Buck's call, still one of the greatest calls of all time on
He's
it.
offended.
So, yeah.
Which made it even better as Vikings fans.
Oh, yeah,
because the Vikings fans don't like Joe Buck.
Does anybody? I mean, I'm not going to go that far, but
we shouldn't say anything. He's making a lot more money than we are.
He obviously knows something we don't when it comes to this industry. So 42-3. And Chris, if you're Crookston here, depending on what happens on the kickoff, do you just even take a knee and just go to half? I mean, you really don't have a lot of time to do anything.
That's the problem. If you try to go for something and they get the ball, if they have a second left, that's too much. So, but at the same time, you're down 42-3 at going in. You're 13 seconds away from halftime. What do you have to lose?
That's a good point.
Might as well. But I think. I know Coach Lebarski is much more mellow and much smarter than I am, and I'm sure he'll take a knee and say, we'll just wait to get the ball back in the second half.
Well, we'll either talk to him going into half or coming out of half. If Chris can get him before they head in.
We'll try to get him before.
Yep, we'll get him there, and we'll see what he has to say on this first half. We'll go over all the stats, draft scoreboard update, and more coming up here at our halftime break on KROX. Here's the kick by Manival. It'll head down to Ethan Bowman at the 15. They'll fake the reverse. He fumbles it, and it'll be bracked up down inside the 15. You saw that one coming right away. Oh, just a summary of the first half for Crookston right there.
And you're seeing the Pirates here just not focused because they're so concerned about how fast Barnesville is coming down the field.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we've seen that offensively. We've seen it defensively. They're so concerned about just the speed, the power, just how good Barnesville is, and rightfully so. You start making mistakes, and Barnesville has really forced them into all the mistakes they've made.
12 first downs compared to 2 for Barnesville's favor in the first half. We'll add up all the yards here at halftime, but really a dominating effort with 42 unanswered. They're not going to knee it. It looks like they will keep it on the ground to Bull right side. He's going to try and cut outside. 15, got to the 20, ran into his own blocker, the receiver out there, which was George Whitman, and they'll bring him down there at the 20. That will end the opening half of play. So
and Ethan was never down. He was sitting on top of somebody.
Interesting.
And so he could have kept on going, but he just sort of stopped. And in the situation, I don't blame him, but I think he might have actually been sitting on George Whitman too.
So that'll end the first half. We'll see if Chris has got Coach Lebarski, and we'll send it on down to Chris.
I do. I have Coach Nate Lebarski with us here, and Coach, obviously, you knew Barnesville is the real deal, and but turnovers obviously have hurt you, but you had a good start.
We did have a good start, yeah, and we're playing a really good football team right now, and we can't turn the ball over. We're making really uncharacteristic mistakes of what we normally have during the regular season, and quite honestly, yeah, we're getting it handed to us right now. So.
And you you've had more yards in this first half than you did the whole game last time you played, so there's a silver lining. I mean, you're doing some things well defensively. A couple breakdowns there have hurt you, but and then those turnovers, but defensively haven't played a terrible game except for a couple plays.
Yeah, no, it's been a couple of plays, and there we were trying to force them to do one thing defensively, and then like a good team does, they adjust, and we were a little late to adjust to that. I thought we did offensively, we did a few good things that we haven't seen all year long, really. Jack keeping his eyes down the field and finding receivers. We just haven't been able to sustain a drive. So, yeah, hey, this is a learning curve for us, right? And you know, it's a program builder. It's a character builder right now for us tonight. So.
What do you do in the second half? Obviously, Barnesville is one of the top teams in the state for a reason.
Yeah, and I think right now it's 0-0 for us, and you have to win the second half, and we have to keep playing. We didn't come here to just play half of football. You know, we got to play the second half. We got to hold our heads high and get after it.
Well, Coach, thanks for talking with us. Best of luck in the second half.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Yep, that's Nate Labarski, and Nate, people are saying, oh, he's just putting on an act for the radio. No, that's how Nate is all the time.
Yep.
He doesn't get too high. If they won the state championship, I think he might. But he doesn't get too low, and rightfully so. When you're a coach, you knew coming in, you're facing the Barnesville Trojans, just a dominating force in Class AA football. And you just come out here and they haven't played and executed the way they would like. But now you just come out second half, try to win each quarter, and see what happens.
So we'll take a break. Halftime show coming up next. We'll go over all the stats, draft scoreboard update, more. 42-3 Trojans in front of the Pirates in the Section 8 AA championship here on KROX.
It's always growing season here at United Valley Bank. We're focused on growth for our customers and communities, success for farms and businesses, and improvement for ourselves. Partner with us, and you'll see firsthand just how much the right hometown banking team can change your perspective. Together, there's no limit to the heights we can reach.
United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Be ready this winter with Carhartt cold weather gear from Home of Economy. Carhartt clothing is engineered to outwork the cold, so you can get more done. It's never too cold for Carhartt. Find yours at Home of Economy. Visit the power tool experts at Home of Economy and see for yourself why so many pros choose Red. From the lumberyard to the backyard, Milwaukee Tools consistently deliver increased productivity and unmatched durability.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
Riverview Health is pleased to welcome Dr. Vanita Parikh to their team. Dr. Parikh is an experienced interventional pain management physician specializing in effective treatment options to increase functionality and comfort for daily living. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595. Dr. Parikh is seeing patients in both the Crookston and East Grand Forks clinics.
Riverview Health.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
here on KROX. Let's take a look at our first half stats here as the Trojans lead the Pirates 42-3. Let's take a look at the team stats for Barnesville. They went for 275 as far as total yards go, 166 on the ground, 109 through the air. They ran 30 plays, 12 first downs. They did commit 4 penalties for 30 yards in the football game. For Crookston, 44 total yards, 32 through the air, 12 on the ground. They ran 27 plays, a couple of first downs, 3 penalties for 23 penalty yards in that opening half. Individually for both of these teams, if we take a look at Crookston first, Jack Dota 5 for 12 through the air. He had 32 yards. Tanner Geese was 0 for 1. On the ground, Ethan Bowl, 7 carries, 9 yards. Jack Dota 2 for 4. Tanner Geese 4 for 2. And Carter Coette 1 carry for -3. He also coughed up the fumble there. Both teams did have 2 turnovers in the first 24 minutes of play. The receiving end of some of those throws from Dota, leading the way, George Whitman had the catch for 23 yards and a first down. Carter Coette had a pair for 10 yards. Ethan Bowl had 1 for -3, and Tanner Geese 1 for 2. Jake Erickson also punted the ball 3 times for a total of 75 yards. Taking a look at Barnesville, through the air, very effective. Zach Bredman, 4 for 6, 109 yards, 3 touchdown passes. The receivers, Braden Bredman, 2 catches, 66 yards, both for scores. Andrew Peterson, a catch for 29 and a score. And John Roller on a screen there on that last drive went for a 14-yard gain on a reception. They never punted the football. On the ground in that opening 24 minutes of play, Braden Bredman led the way, 7 carries, 75 yards. John Roller had 7 carries, 59 yards. Zach Bredman, 6 carries, 22 yards and a score. And then it was 1 carry, 8 yards for Dawson Gregg, 2 carries, 2 yards for Andrew Peterson. That is a look at your first half stats. The scoring summary, Crookston got an early field goal after forcing a fumble right away to start the game. Their sideline was electric. The fans loved it. It was a great start. What more could you have asked for? They kick a field goal. They go ahead. Then it was all Barnesville. They score 42 unanswered. They got a touchdown pass to go up 7-3 with 5:06 to go in the first. Bredman added a touchdown run with 59 seconds left in the first to go up 13-3. They would get a 40-yard scoop and score right away to begin the second quarter to go up 21-3 after a good 2-point conversion. Then another touchdown with 3:18, another one with 1:56, and then one with 13 seconds. So in the final 3 minutes and 30 seconds of that half, they scored 3 touchdowns and really pulled away. Remember, we were talking about Crookston hopefully getting it back to a 10-point game. They had a chance deep in Barnesville territory, and then believe it or not, Barnesville rattled off 3 scores and found a way to go up 42-3. So that's where we're at right now. We'll see what Crookston has for us in the second half. They will receive the second half kickoff. We'll see what the Pirates can do coming out of the halftime break. That's a look at your first half stats. It's the Section 8 AA Championship here on KROX and the KROX live stream. If you're listening on the air, head on over to KROXAM.com. You can find the live stream there. You can also search KROX Radio on YouTube and see if you can find it there as well. And we will take a break. When we come back, we'll go over a draft scoreboard update, get you ready for the second half kickoff between the Pirates and the Trojans from the Fargodome. 42-3 Barnesville in front. You're listening to the Section 8 AA Championship from the Fargodome here on KROX.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at GoHugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
crap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
Welcome to Andy Oman State Farm. We're located on 423 North Broadway, next to Holiday in Crookston, Minnesota. 3rd generation agent with State Farm. We've got a team here with over 75 years of experience, 6 of us fully licensed, here to serve you. We know insurance is about a promise, and we're here from the beginning to throughout the whole process to deliver on that promise.
Nobody likes to wait on hold, and neither do we. Give our office a call where a cheerful voice is ready to help you right away. Call 218-281-3643.
The Crookston Eye Clinic is your hometown eye clinic. Whether you have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or perfect vision, it is important to have your eyes evaluated to keep them healthy. The Crookston Eye Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., but on Thursdays they open at 9:15 a.m. They also have a second location in Boston to offer you even more appointment options. If you've been wanting to try contact lenses or looking for a new pair of glasses, the doctors at Crookston Eye Clinic are available to see you. Doctors Forget Smith and Jananetta are all accepting new patients. Call 218-281-2020 for the Crookston and Boston Eye Clinic, the best care in sight.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Back to the Fargodome here on KROX. As a couple minutes away from the start of the second half, Barnesville looking to make another trip to the state tournament, and that is a score. Chatfield, they're the defending state champion, and they win 10-8 over Caledonia. So how about that? Caledonia is giving them all they could handle, but Chatfield comes away with the win, so they're heading back to the state tournament. A team that beat Barnesville and Osakis, I believe, or who was it? West Central Area, I think, was in the state tournament and almost played them close in the state title game by 2, I think, last year. So
that was last year. That's a long time ago.
It seems like, well, you're right. But Chatfield.
No, Chatfield was the state champs. I know that.
And they're going back again. So congratulations to them. Barnesville trying to join the field of 8 next week, and they're on their way, leading 42-3 right now.
How would you like to be in that section?
Yeah, no
got
kidding.
Caledonia, who's just loaded with the athletes. They have a strength and conditioning employee at the school district.
You don't hear that very often for high school.
No, and it just happens to work out pretty well for them.
Yeah, so
I think Stillwater does now, and a lot of school, Eden Prairie, I think, has had one for 20 years.
I can guarantee whoever comes out of that section, they're battle tested every single year. So, yeah, other scores we can pass along. We told you over the air live during the half. BGMR, they are heading to the state tournament. They win the Section 8A Volleyball Championship over Lake of the Woods in 3 sets. I don't have the official score quite yet, but it sounds like the first set was pretty close. And then in set 2 and 3, the Gators kind of ran away in that one being played at UMC. So congratulations to Badger Greenbush Mill River.
25-22, 25-11. 25-16.
So they are off to the state tournament. They only have 2 losses all year. It's been a pretty impressive run for them this year through Section 8A. Northern State beat UMC in 3 sets in college volleyball. We have some other section football games going on as Becker's taking on Cold Spring Ricori in the 8-4A title game. Sartell's at Moorhead. That's interesting. They do the section championship at the high seed. So that one got started at 7 as well.
We know who Fertile Beltrami's going to play.
Oh.
Ogilvie. They were 5-3. They played Southbridge, who was 3-5, and there's only 4 teams in the section, and it was Ogilvie 50-8.
Hey, Ogilvie saying you play who's on your schedule, and they're off to the state tournament.
Yeah,
so good for them.
Mountain Iron Buell looks like they're on their way to win Section 7. They're number 4 in the state, taking on number 10 Cherry. They lead 34-6. Spring Grove, they're going to state. They beat Lanesboro. Number 5 beat number 2. Shut them out 35-0.
Wow.
Hancock, number 9 in the state, beating Renville County West, who's number 6, 20-0 with 2 minutes left in the game there.
Wow.
Those are some 9-man scores, and we'll check AA quick here. Moose Lake Willow River, they beat Crosby Ironton 25-0. Sauk Center, they beat Osakis 27-6. A little surprise. Well, not surprised. Sauk Center's tough. Chatfield, as we said, number 1 beat number 5 Caledonia 10-8. Jackson County Central, number 4, they lead Pipestone area 21-14, start of the 4th quarter. And let's see, Howard Lake Waverly, they beat Norwood Young America 29-13. Eden Valley Watkins in overtime. How would you like that to go to state? Number 5, Eden Valley Watkins beat Royalton 26-0. number 9 Blue Earth area, they lead number 8 St. Clair Loyola 44-20. So those are the AA scores.
There you go.
And, well, do we have time?
Yeah, you got a little bit of time left.
Class A, Mahnomen-Waban, of course, beat Red Lake County, as you heard on KROX in the KROX live stream yesterday, 32-0. Kirkhoven-Murdoch-Sunburg, they beat Upsala-Swanville area 7-6. Minneota, number 6, beat number 7 Lakeview 28-6. Springfield, they beat Tracy Milroy-Ballatin, who was just outside the top 10, 40-28. Breckenridge, the game right before this one, beat Otter Tail Central 34-6. Number 4 Deer River, they edge Barnum 26-14. So now number 4 Deer River gets to get kicked by Mahnomen-Waban in the first round. Lester Prairie, number 1, they beat Mare Lutheran, number 8, 14-6. And Fillmore Central, ranked 3rd in the state, beat Bethlehem Academy 34-8.
And here is the second half kickoff as we are back underway between the Pirates and the Trojans. Bowman from the 16, 20-25 up to the 30s, hit down and brought down there. A gain of about 16 on the return, and the Pirates will take the ball to begin the second half. We'll see what they can do offensively here. So Crookston will go right to left here in that opening half. 44 total yards on 27 plays, a couple of first downs. Jack Doda, even though the numbers say maybe he was only 5 for 12, it was by far the best he's looked all season long, keeping his eyes downfield, extending plays. He did a great job. He actually almost had a touchdown pass. I think the receiver could have kept going for it. So very solid half from the senior.
And that's what you like to see from your seniors. Jack has come out. He's, as you said, playing one of his best games. And now it's time for some of the other seniors to maybe step up their play and try to win this third quarter.
And they're going to go Wildcat right away, and, well, they moved. So they'll back them up 5 yards. Not a good start. Ethan Bowman was a little anxious, it looked like, getting off the line.
He flinched, and that's all it takes.
Well, the Pirates, that's their 4th penalty. They've had 28 yards against them. Barnesville's had 4 for 30 in this game. So I'll back them up to the 25. It'll be 1st and 15. So Crookston, the other thing to keep in mind here, down 39, if they don't get this under 35 by the 4th quarter, it will be running time for the final 12 minutes of this one. So they'll have a lot to work towards here in this third quarter of plays. They come to the line here. They'll still run the Wildcat. Tanner Geese to the left of Ethan Bull. Rylan Labarski down on the far side of the field. Fake Bull keeps it, and he had nowhere to go right away. He's going to try and fight forward, but he is drugged backwards. A loss of 1 or 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and long now for the Pirates. Bull, he had 6 carries for 11 yards the last time these two teams met. He's now got 8 carries for 7 yards here in this game tonight. Barnesville's known right from the get-go who they want to stop.
Crispy on the sidelines.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they stopped Ethan. That was probably, well, there's been a couple of games this year where Ethan hasn't been able to do much, but Barnesville, they're so ready and they anticipate so well. And at times they only go with a 3-man front.
He doesn't look like a guy that's had 1,300 yards on the year. That's what a Barnesville defense can do to you. He's going to look to throw this one in the flats. Coette's got it. He's run out of bounds at the 25, a gain of 2. And that will bring up a 3rd down and 15 upcoming. So Bull, the 3rd different Pirate to throw the football in this game now. I don't think he's thrown an incompletion all year. So how about that? From the Wildcat, like 3 for 3, 4 for 4. So kind of crazy what Ethan Bull has been able to do this year throwing the football. Now 3 for 3 on the year.
And against a normal opponent, a regular opponent that isn't Barnesville, you probably have more time where you can set up the deeper passing route. But against Barnesville, you got to do just a quick short pass.
So from the 25, 3rd and 15, Doda back in there, 5 receivers. Bull in motion. They will give it to him on a sweep. He tries to get the edge, and right away getting off his block and bringing him down. What a play that was on the edge by Logan Yeski. Forced a fumble earlier in the game. He's in on that stop, and the Pirates are going to have to punt.
Well, it's like a broken record, but again, Barnesville, they're able to stretch you out, and Pirates 4th and what is it, about
17.
17. So.
Well, and Bull now has gone backwards. He's now got 9 carries for 5 yards after that drive, and Barnesville getting some subs in there for this punt. Erickson, his 4th punt of the game. He's averaging 25 yards a punt here in this one. He averages 32.3 on the year. Had one block. This one gets away. They'll field it here at the 45. Bredman.
Yes.
Oh, he's tripped up. What a tackle by Antonio Romero. He's so quick at getting down the field. Got him right away. There's no gain on the return. There is a flag on the back end of the play. It's a 31-yard punt. If it stands, we'll check the call.
I think we have one of the Pirates saying it was against Barnesville.
So do you do the punt over or just add it on to the end of the play? Let's see if you have the choice.
If I'm the Pirates, I add it on.
Yeah, I would too. That was a 31-yard punt. There was no gain on the return. You're not going to get a ton better than that. And they'll say first down. It looks like they will back him up a few extra yards here.
I think he made a signal personal foul.
That'd be, I would
15,
assume 15, so that's a big call there.
And it looks like it is because Barnesville's still backing up. So
there's a break for the Pirates.
Hey, looking for anything positive at this point.
So Barnesville's offense takes the field again, 275 in that opening half of total yards. They had 109 on the through the air, 166 on the ground. They picked up 12 first downs, and they force another Pirates 3-and-out to start this half. 10:20 to go in the third, a 42-3 Barnesville lead, 42 unanswered points. What a performance from one of the best teams in all of Class 2A. Bredman under center. He's got that normal power formation. He will take the snap here on the right hash, straight up the gut, big hole, and Dawson Gregg gets up to the 40 before he's finally knocked down by Antonio Romero. A gain of 10 for Gregg and a first down. So second carry of the football game for Dawson Gregg. He's got 2 carries, 18 yards. The 13th first down comes on the first play of the second half for this Barnesville offense. They'll run in Ethan Larson. Larson doesn't have a run yet in this game. He's one of their leading backs coming into the contest. He normally runs quite a bit. Actually, on the year, 313 yards, 3 scores. He was one of their starting backs, but yeah, again, he doesn't have a run yet tonight. He is out there now. Bredman comes under center from the 40. Pirates with 9 in the box, crowding the line. There's the snap. Nice little sweep inside, but tripping him up for a loss, reading it beautifully and bringing him down. What a play that time by Crookston up front. And that, I believe, was, I want to say, Hunter Knudsen. I could be wrong. Maybe Ethan Bull was in there as well. Either way, it's a loss of about 2 on the run there, and it'll set up a 2nd down and 12. So finally a play going backwards there for Barnesville, something we haven't seen a ton of in this game. So they'll come to the line on 2nd and 12, still on the right hash as we got 9:09 to go in the third. Third play of the drive for Barnesville. Crookston creeping up from the linebacker spot. They'll roll out that way, looking to run the whole way across the 40. Spun down there. Nice tackle from behind by Ethan Bull. It's a gain of about 5, and there's actually a new quarterback in there for Barnesville now. That's Gannon Bolgren, and Gannon Bolgren will get credit for the run there of about 5.
Well, he just followed his blockers there, and Coach Strand knows they've got some important, they're assuming important games coming up, so he's getting some new guys in there.
Yeah, Bolgren getting an opportunity here. He's just a sophomore. And now on this 3rd down and 8, we'll see where they go here on this one. There's the snap. He's going to throw over the middle into tight coverage, but coming down with it. Wait, Whitman has the football. He's got it. Interception. George Whitman with the interception.
Yes.
He's a big playmaker today. Wow, another one for George Whitman. What a game he's having.
Well, big players come up with big-time plays in big games. And George Whitman, though, what anticipation. And it's tough. I'm sure the quarterback didn't see him, and it's nothing against George. He's a little shorter, and he just reached up, grabbed it, and I don't think anybody knew it but George.
Yeah, no kidding. I thought there was a catch initially by Barnesville. All of a sudden, Whitman came out of the pile with the football. So Whitman gets him the ball back. How nice is it for Barnesville, though? You turn the ball over 3 times, and you're still up 42-3. So just kind of unfair as they got trips down to the left. Dota in the shotgun from the 48, takes the snap, straight pass out to Bull. He catches it there from the 45. He's going to circle all the way back to the right. He's running out of room, tries to leap him, and he's brought down for a loss of 6. And now a flag comes in at the end of the play. This will be interesting.
I didn't see anything, so we'll see what they say.
Yeah, and it's weird where they threw it because it wasn't like there was a block taking place.
Leaping over the...
Ooh, that'd be the first time we've actually seen that called. We've seen lots of guys do it this year.
Yep.
And they are asking Coach Strand what they want to do.
Personal foul.
Personal foul. Is that the signal for leaping, I guess? Bull is just beyond himself right now.
It's on him for the jump.
It must be, yeah. So would they add this to the end of the play, or will it still be first down? All that we got to get squared away.
See, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
You're right.
It is a penalty.
We just finally saw it get called. So they're going to mark it off from where he was, where the leap happened. That's a 15-yard flag. That's the 5th one of the day on Crookston.
I did have somebody try to explain, a non-official trying to explain to me, saying, well, in certain situations, how do you decide what situation it is?
Keyword non-official there. I don't know. Take
they
that
said
for
they
what
talked
it
to
is,
an official.
Okay.
It's a penalty.
So they'll mark it down from where the leap took place. So now they're back at their own 25, 1st and 33. That's pretty remarkable. Dota takes the snap, 4 guys to look to throw to. He rolls to the right, out of time, fakes the throw, tries to run, and he's whipped out of bounds. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 34 now.
Well, good coverage down the field by the defensive backs for Barnesville, and they are getting a lot of new guys in.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, up big, second half already. You're feeling pretty good about your chances as they're going to send another guy onto the field. Why not get some guys some playing time? Aaron Baker back out there, along with a few others.
And besides the weight room regimen that the Barnesville Trojans do as far as the football program, but it's also they get, when you play into the semifinals, you're getting an extra month or more practice time than other teams.
1 second to get the snap off. They just do. Play fake. Dota looking back over the middle. He's got a man open. It's Tanner Geese. Caught at the 34, 35, cuts it up at the 40, and he's run down there at the 43. Tanner Geese with an 18-yard reception, and he'll set up a 3rd and manageable.
Well, the cool thing.
Oh, we're losing you again down there. Oh, gotcha now.
We've come to the conclusion this is the last game for the Pirates, and but the seniors are coming up with some big plays here. We had George Woodman with that interception. Jack Dota, a senior, finds Tanner Geese, and so good to see the seniors doing some positive things here in the second half.
Absolutely. Geese with the 18-yard reception. And now it's a 3rd down and about 14 as we go under 7 minutes to go in the 3rd. Dota in the pistol, Bull behind him. Pirates have converted just 1 3rd down in the game. Takes the snap. He'll try and run this one. He'll go across the line at the 45, get back to the original line of scrimmage, and is forced out near midfield. He'll be about 8 yards short of a 1st down.
Well, that way Jackie gave a little stiff arm and a little swim move to get some extra yards. Nice run by Jack.
Yeah, 4 carries, 9 yards. So, I mean, we've talked about what he's done through the air. He's had a pretty good game rushing as well. Doing what he can. No surprise here. The offense is staying on the field for this 4th down to try and keep the drive alive.
Well, it's pretty cool. The official was helping Jaron Bailey. I think his sticker might have come peeled off a little bit, so the official is tapping it back on. Then he gives him a big smack on the head and gives him a pat on the back.
So 4th down and 8. They got to get to the Trojans 42 to convert. And they'll get set, and now here's the play fake. Dota immediately, 2 guys in his face, and he gets away. He's coming back to the left now. Now another guy closes in on him, and he's brought down a sack and a loss of about 11 yards. Barnesville will take over on downs. Dota kind of slow to get up, but now he will get up. As in the backfield, we'll have to get credit on that one, I think, to the guy who came in at the very end, and that was number 70, Jordan Kroll.
Yeah. And Dota's coming off, not able to put a lot of pressure onto that left ankle, which is the ankle that he twisted earlier in the first half.
So turnover on downs. Barnesville takes over 6:37. We'll monitor that with Dota. We got, Tegan Lebinsky as the backup if we need to have him come in. Barnesville will send their second group of running backs out there here with the quarterback, Bolgren. Well, now it actually, it's Bolgren, it looks like. Hard to tell. I thought for a second maybe Bredman was back out there, but Bolgren gets under center. From the Pirates, 38. 42-3 lead here, Barnesville. On the left hash, they'll go right up the gut right away in a nice hole. 35-30, run down there. Finally brought down by a couple of Pirates. A strong run on 1st down for 9 yards. And
Andrew
that was
Peterson.
Peterson again, so a guy that has 4 carries now for 9 yards in the game.
Well, Barnesville, just looking through their starting lineup on the line, they have 3 juniors, 2 seniors. Tight end is a senior. Their quarterback's a junior. And then their backs are 3 seniors and 1 junior.
I think he said 17 seniors total, 26 juniors on this roster, and they only play a couple guys both ways. It's remarkable. It's a big advantage right from the get-go. 2nd and 1, Bolgren under center. The Pirates playing out, selling out to the run. 9 guys in the box. They'll go right up the gut. This time Larson, his first carry of the night, and he works his way for a first down as eventually the big guy Clay Hansen fell on top of him. Or actually, that's Riley Helgeson out there.
Yep.
You don't see him on defense a ton, but he's in there on that one, and it'll be a 4-yard gain and a first down.
Well, and Riley, speaking of youngsters, he doesn't look like a youngster.
No.
But, I mean, speaking of weight room, the 6'4", 290 sophomore, he's built pretty well. So if he can get into the weight room and put a lot of time in, work on that agility and footwork, he could be a very, very good player.
Bolgren going to let the clock run down a little bit. Now get under center. Ball in the Pirates' 25. Fresh set of downs. They got the ball between the hashes. There's the snapper right back up the middle again. And Peterson gets a couple yards. Pirates did a better job of stopping him that time. Tanner Geese flew in there, as did a couple other Pirates, including, I believe, in on the tackle was that's Leighton Fuentes wearing 65 tonight. That was one change as well that the Pirates made. Short gain there for Peterson.
Just a quick injury update. We have with Jake Erickson wearing an ice pack on his left knee, and then we have Jack Dota, his left toe area is being worked on by Luke Biermeyer right now. So maybe a turf toe.
That is the one thing from the turf, huh? So 2nd and 7. This time a fake. Bolgren around the edge, 20, gets a block, 15, cuts it back. Geese eventually wraps him up at the 14. He fights forward and falls ahead to the 13, a gain of 9, and another first down for Barnesville. So Gannon Bolgren has 2 carries for 14 yards now, coming in as the backup QB. It is the 15th first down in the game for the Trojans, and they are down in the red zone once again. A place where they have been very effective here tonight and all season long. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line, 4:14 and counting in this third. It's a 39-point lead for Barnesville in the Section 8 AA Championship, 42-3. They'll come under center. Bolgren, 3 backs behind him. Look around. Take the snap. They'll go to the left side, and he faked it. He's got it on the edge. He's got a couple blockers. 10-5. He's going to walk in. Gannon Bolgren goes for 13 yards. He now has 3 carries, 27 on the ground. It's another touchdown for the Trojans, and they take a 48-3 lead with 3:53 to go in the third quarter. So they'll try, I would assume, the PAT. Manival coming out there to kick it once again. And it's 48-3, 3:53 to go. You got that injury update, Chris?
I do. Jack Dota. He said he just either got it stepped on or just maybe not turf toe, because this isn't the old cement turf. But he said, yeah, just in the scrum when he got tackled, somebody either landed on it with their knee or something. So, but he said he's coming back out.
That last game for him of his high school career, I'm sure he wants to be out there. Manival's extra point is good. 49-3, we'll take a quick break since we haven't had time to yet in the quarter. We'll be back. Pirates getting the football back, trailing in the Section 8 AA Championship 49-3 right here on KROX.
You're watching Crookston Pirate Activities on the KROX live stream. It's brought to you in part by Riverview Health, American Crystal Sugar Company, CHS Egg Services, Christian Brothers Ford, Bremer Bank, Grove Mechanical, Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic, Crookston Valley Co-op, Hugo's Family Marketplace, United Valley Bank, the Benedictine Living Community, Villa St. Vincent, Ottertail Power Company, Crookston School District, Cess Vanderhoff, Andy Omen State Farm, the City of Crookston, and Tri-Valley Head Start, all bringing you Crookston Pirate Activities on the KROX live stream.
And Chris got some information for us down there on the sidelines about a change for the Pirates here.
Jack got his shoe back on, but he said it feels pretty swollen, so he's going to be walking it off and maybe come back in, but he said Tegan better go in for this next series.
So we'll get a look at Tegan Lubinsky, see what he can do. He's played in quite a few games this year, whether it's been the Pirates up big late or in a situation where Jack has had to come out for a series or two. He's kind of had some nagging injuries this year, nothing serious, but Dota's been banged up at times. He's taken a beating, and Tegan Lubinsky will get an opportunity to come out here now. Get to work, see if they can put the Pirates back on the positive side of things.
I just got a text from an anonymous source saying Jack does not have to go back out there.
No?
It's might be somebody that might be coaching him next.
Fair enough.
It's all in fun, of course.
Hey, that hockey season can wait. Well, we got business here at the Fargodome.
Well, that's pretty good.
Kick down to the 15, Bowman. They'll try that reverse again, and this time give it to Bull at the 20. Tries to cut it up, and he lost the ball, and Barnesville looks to have fallen on it. They're pointing that way, and they do. They have it. So, well, the reverse clearly not working tonight, and that is going to be the third turnover for the Pirates. Each team 3 turnovers in the game, and that will set up Barnesville down inside the Pirates' 25-yard line.
Not pick on one player, but the 2 games against Barnesville, Ethan has just struggled holding on to the ball.
Yeah, Barnesville clearly doing whatever they want right now, up 49-3, 3:46 to go in the quarter. And Bolgren back out there to lead the offense, just ran one in from 13 yards. He will come under center once again, ball on the left hash, immediate scoring opportunity for this Barnesville offense. Honestly, it's always an immediate scoring opportunity with their explosive plays. They'll hand one off here to Larson. He bangs off a couple bodies, barrels down inside the 20. George Whitman helped force him out there at about the 18, and that is a game for Andrew Peterson, rather, of about 7 yards.
Well, and, we were talking about people having strength and conditioning employees, or I don't know if they're coaches. They'd be coaches on their staffs in high school, which is becoming more and more. It's not official, but I would hope at some point, if anybody from the school board is listening, anybody that might used to do play-by-play, but, well, he's on board, but hire Coach Rooney as a strength and conditioning coach. I mean, he does it already. Why not just hire him? And he can help you out. He helps out wrestling, football, but go ahead. What?
Well, here's the run, and they'll bounce it out inside the 20. Now knocked down a hard hit there. He bounced back up, but he was down. Nice tackle by Antonio Romero. He's had a couple of big hits here in this game. There's no gain there. Maybe a yard for Larson, and it's 3rd down.
And but he's done a great job. And how many injuries have we had this year where we've said the player isn't playing the next game?
No, well, I
None.
can't. I mean, Lebarski mentioned it every time I talked to him this year. They've been very fortunate, and he credits that to the weight room and the guys putting in the work in the offseason.
Yep, and Coach Rooney is a huge part of that. He's up in the morning, chipping in. He's also here on the sidelines. His wife is actually a basketball coach for Climax Fisher, and but it's pretty cool that the Pirates, there's been no major injuries this year, and a lot of that is because of the work in the weight room.
Absolutely. They go up the middle here, and Jaron Bailey was wrapped up and brought down. The officials didn't even know who had the ball. They finally blow it dead, and it's maybe a gain of 1. And that will set up a 4th down and a decision time coming here, as that was Braden Bredman on the carry. It'll be 4th and 1.
And you can go into the weight room and lift weights and still, but the Pirates are being taught the correct way. And when you lift weights, there's ways to lift and different lifts to do to prevent injury as well. So not only are they lifting, getting bigger, stronger, which is why they're in this game this year, opposed to losing in the first game last year, playoff game, but they're also not getting seriously hurt. And that's huge for any football program.
Let's see if they can get a stop here. Show off some of that muscle here on the D line. Bolgren goes up the middle, 1st down inside the 15, down to the 12. He pulled it and gets the 1st down. He's got 4 carries, 31 yards now since coming in this half, and the drive will continue for Barnesville.
Looked like Fuentes and Widman or 2.
Fuentes and Widman there on the tackle, as Chris was saying.
2 in on the tackle there.
So Crookston now with 1:40 to go in the 3rd. Regardless of the outcome, as you look at the score, Chris, you got to realize this is it. This is your last 12 minutes of the season coming up here shortly. It's going to be running time. What can you do to walk away here, take something away, a small win some way, somehow? So we'll see what they can do the remainder of this game. Continue to fight. If you're the Pirates, there's the snap right up the gut, making one man miss inside the 10, down to the 5, before eventually he was tackled by Ryan Obel. It's a gain there for Peterson of about 6 yards.
Minute 8 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Barnesville leading 49-3. Barnesville right about on their average for points given up a game.
Yeah, I said 3.6. They what's more impressive about this, they let up the field goal right away after the fumble, and the defense said, no problem, we'll hold them to 3 here, and they really haven't budged the entire game. So they are tough, and the offense just as good as always. As they put up 49, they're looking to make it more here on this drive. 2nd down and 4 from about the 5. There's the snap. They'll pitch it straight to the right. Dawson Gregg, he got hit right away, trying to bounce it back inside. He's going to be tackled there. What a play on the edge by Carter Coet, and he'll finish it off. It's a loss of 2 or 3 on the play for Dawson Gregg.
Oh, and Abel was over there as well to help finish off the tackle, and a nice pursuit there by the Pirates.
And that will probably be the last play of the 3rd. I doubt Barnesville wants to run another one, so it's going to be 49-3 heading into the final quarter of play. It'll be running time for the last 12 minutes. We'll switch ends of the field, and half the 4th quarter coming up right after this. 49-3, Barnesville in the Section 8 AA Championship. 4th quarter coming up next. You're listening to Crookston Pirate Football here on KROX.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets. Millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Minnesota high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
And we are back here from the Fargodome, getting ready to start the 4th quarter of play. Barnesville up 49-3 over the Crookston Pirates here in the Section 8 AA Championship. 12 minutes to go in this one. It'll be running time. We'll see what the Pirates can do in the final 12 minutes of their season. I know it's not the way they wanted it to end. It's not the way they saw this game playing out, but it's been a great year, and you got to, for sure, realize just all the good they accomplished. The first section championship appearance in 18 years. And maybe, just maybe, they can find a way to take away a small victory here in this 4th and final quarter of play. They will come up here on this 3rd down and 7. Will Barnesville from the 8-yard line, now going right to left across your radio dial. Bolgren under center. He will take the snap. He'll run it out to the left, and walking down inside the 5 into the end zone is Andrew Peterson. He is the 4th different Trojan to score now in the game. And Barnesville now takes a 55-3 lead. 8-yard score, 8 carries for 33 yards and a score now in the game for Andrew Peterson. And Barnesville, 18 first downs. They've gone over, they've got to be close to 400 yards now of total offense in the game. Clock continues to roll on. And they're going to kick a PAT here, it looks like, once again. Try and make it 56-3. So they are confused about something here. They'll get another guy out there. I guess they only had 10 guys out there. An extra point will be coming up shortly here. And they got a new kicker out there to attempt the PAT, does Barnesville. Here comes the snap. It's good. Spot down. The left-footed kick is up, and a line drive does go through the uprights there for Andrew Peterson. So Andrew Peterson adds the PAT. 56-3 Barnesville, 11:02 to go here in the 4th quarter. Another 30-second break. Crookston will get the football back next here on KROX. And we're back here at the Fargodome, 56-3 Barnesville, 56 unanswered here. We got 11:02 to go in the football game. Crookston's going to get the football back after the touchdown run ran in there by Andrew Peterson.
Something pretty cool, Wyatt. Even though the Pirates are obviously on the short end here, you're really close, with, especially with the 11-man. You're really close to the crowd, and some young kids came down and were getting high fives and asking the players. So that's pretty cool, and I think that really helped these guys realize what they've done is pretty special this year.
And you still got 11 minutes here to go out there and give it all you got. You got the town behind you. The students have hung around here still cheering them on. See what they can do here in the final 11 minutes. To be honest, I don't know if there's really anybody in Class 2A that would have beat Barnesville tonight with the way they're playing. I mean, it's just been a dominating effort from start to finish. The ball is teed up from the 40. There's the whistle, and here is the kick. High kick down the field. Ethan Bull, they try to keep it away from him. He'll get a chance here at the 14. Jog up across the 20, try and cut back, and he's going nowhere. He's trapped down there at the 16. A short gain there for Ethan Bull. And Crookston will start at about, well, they'll mark him forward progress, I guess, at the 20.
Well, we know how good Ethan Bull is, and just to see what Barnesville's doing to him alone just tells you how outstanding their team is.
Yeah, in the 2 games this year, he has had 14 carries for a total of 16 yards against Barnesville. So the fact that he still has managed to put up the season he has with those 2 games just shows you how dominant he was in all the other outings this year for Crookston. They'll come to the line. I guess the clock is stopped at 10:55 now. I thought it would have kept going, but maybe
it stops
not.
On a change of possession.
Okay, as Lubinsky's under center. They'll take the snap. They'll hand one off here to Tanner Geese, and Geese maybe a yard. Boy, Barnesville still playing hard as ever. Geese got back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. It'll be 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Well, Crookston had 2 first downs in the opening half. They do not have one here in the second half. They had 2 first downs last time they played Barnesville. And now with a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Again, Tegan Lubinsky is the quarterback now out there for Crookston. See what he can do here. So he leads this offense. He'll come up under center, a fullback and a back behind him. A couple of receivers on the play as well. They'll take the snap. They'll go to the back, right up the gut, and falling forward across the 20, out to about the 24. That was a hard run there. And that was Antonio Romero. A gain of 4 for him on his first carry of the night. As the Pirates getting some different people involved now here late in the game.
Well, and for the Pirate underclassmen, this is well, you look across the sidelines, you look out onto the field in those purple jerseys. That's what happens when you have 50, 60 kids in the weight room every morning. And the Pirates and everybody in 8AA, let alone the state in AA. Barnesville is what teams want to be, and it's not by just showing up. It's hard work in that weight room every morning.
Linsky rolls out. His pass is well wide of Ryan Abel, who dove for it but couldn't get it, and it's 4th down and a decision upcoming now here for Coach Labarski. They'll see what they do here on this 4th and 7. Sounds like the punt team is heading on out. So they'll go and give Jake Erickson his 5th punt of the football game. 9-12 and counting here in this 4th quarter. So Tegan Lubinsky and Tanner Geese each 0 for 1 through the air. Ethan Bull 1 for 1. Jack Dota 5 for 12. So 4 different guys have thrown the football in this game now for Crookston. Erickson standing on his own 10, ready to punt. Gets the snap. Barnesville's just going to let him get it away. Nice kick as it goes back to the 40, fielded there, and cutting back up at the 45 was Gregg to the 47. Good kick coverage pursuit there by Antonio Romero yet again. He's always the one, it seems like, on those kickoff coverages to get down there and make the tackle. The punt goes for a total of 32 yards.
Well, nice to see a senior having a nice game here and giving it everything he's got, leaving it all out on the field. And Antonio's been solid all year, but it seems like he's stepped it up here in this game.
So 8:45 to go. Barnesville will send out some more new guys here, it looks like, for this drive. They'll start at their own 48 as they rush a few guys out there. In the post-game show, we'll talk with Coach Labarski. We'll keep it here for the awards ceremony as the Pirates will get their runner-up plaque. The captains will accept that. We'll probably get a team picture. I would assume they'll take one. We'll talk with Coach Labarski, as mentioned, go over all the stats and more, all coming up in the post-game show on KROX. As there's a flag for a leap as Bolgren leapt the defender, but you should have learned from Bull earlier on. You cannot do that.
Yeah, we finally have officials that know what they're doing.
I was questioning you throughout the year after seeing all these guys leap guys, but you're right on. It's the right call, and we've seen it twice now in the game.
Yeah, in high school, that's what it's supposed to be. You cannot leap for the protection of both the player and also the tackler. You get that cleat, through the face mat. Who knows? But It's so there's a penalty, and as soon as the Barnesville player leaped in the air, the Pirate coaching staff, they jumped, I think, just as high and said, that's a flag, and the flag came out right away.
Their 6th flag of the game for Barnesville for 55 yards. Crookston has 5 for 43 against them in the game. 8:15 and counting. It'll bring up a, well, this is interesting. It'll be 2nd down, I guess. And on Bulls, they kept it 1st down. I guess on this one, they'll go 2nd down. So that's interesting. But anyway, 2nd and 20. So the run will count, I guess, on the play.
All I know is we don't know a lot of things.
And it's already 10 o'clock as the run here up the middle. Another new face out there for Barnesville. That was Hunter Lyle. And he'll get a gain of a few. And it will set up 2nd down. So the guy down on the field had it wrong. So we were right.
Yeah. And with this, too, the Pirates, the hard thing for Coach Lebarski is, okay, do we put a lot of the underclassmen in, or do you let the seniors finish it out? I mean, I would not want to be a coach in this situation.
No, tough balance.
Or you bring some of the seniors out with a few minutes left and get them a nice round of a standing ovation and put some subs in. But at some point, you got to put the underclassmen in that haven't played. Just get out here.
No, I like that route. Like you said, give them a standing ovation at the end of the night. Bolgren just keeps it all the way to the right and tackling him off the edge. Carter Coet drops him for a loss on the play of about a yard.
I played in a 3rd place basketball game as my last game in high school. Worst experience ever. After you lose, your season's done. You know it is. I mean, yeah, it was tough. But and then in that game, at that point, some of the underclassmen got to play about as much as the seniors. And, I mean, it was fine because the seniors, we were already, I don't want to say checked out, but you just didn't have that intensity that you normally would in a loser-out game.
Well, it's an emotional loss, I'm sure, after coming off of a chance to go to a championship. And it's tough to get up for that one for sure. As Bolgren, he keeps it again, and he'll get hit and stay on his feet. 40, cut back inside. Boy, a clean look by Romero and a rare miss. And now a late flag as coming in late. Helgeson came in late, and the Barnesville player Bolgren staying down on the ground. That's not a good sign.
You don't want that.
Boy, you hope he's okay, as they're going to have to attend him.
He's coming out right away.
Yeah, no, he's staying on the ground. So we'll take a break, and we'll get an update on him.
Oh, good, he's getting up.
Oh, he's getting up. We'll keep it here then, I guess. So he was down for a while. It didn't look like he was going to pop up. And he'll get a gain of 3 on the play. The flag will be an extra 15. That'll keep the possession alive for Barnesville instead of forcing a 3rd down, which means we'll see our 3rd different new quarterback out there for Barnesville now in the game.
It's I know I don't think anything was malicious, but you just have to be smart when you're trailing by 53 points. You don't want to be diving in even close to late just for that reason alone, because you don't want to injure anybody, but also it's just, that's not Crookston Pirate football.
You see the guy go down, and you got to do whatever you can to try and let up and stay away from that, and it is a 15-yard penalty.
But you have a young player just, probably trying to make a play, and in his defense, he's a bigger guy, and I know it's not easy for me to stop sometimes. But, so you learn, and if he doesn't do it again, and nobody got hurt, that's sometimes not a bad thing to learn the hard way.
The new QB is Owen Riddle out there, and he will keep it, go around the edge, and he's swarmed by 3 Pirates. Ethan Bowl was back there, Carter Coet, and I believe Tegan Lebinsky. It's a loss of 3 on the play for Owen Riddle. If I'm these Barnesville backs, I'm starting to get a little frustrated. The quarterbacks are keeping everything right now on these runs, and the running backs are saying, hey, it's our time to get some carries and opportunities as well here. Come on.
Come on, share the love. Let's go. But I don't know if it's quarterbacks just doing the option here and keeping it themselves, or if they're getting to call their own plays. I don't know. I would doubt there wouldn't be any handoffs to some of the new backs.
Yeah, so there's 3 new backs behind Riddle here. He'll take it straight pitch play out to the left, running at the 45, cutting it back inside to the 40, and getting down to the 37. That was a strong run there by Major Ness. So Major Ness, his first carry of the game as we go under 5 minutes to go, and he gets a gain of about 8 yards.
Well, let's see if the Pirates can come up with a stop here on 3rd and long and get the ball back and see if you can get some different guys maybe in and give them a shot.
That's the 10th different ball carrier in the game for Barnesville as they just keep sending new guys in and out. Riddle coming up, leading the offense, 3rd and 5 from the 36 of Crookston. 4:26 to go in this game. You want the stop. You want the offense to have another crack at it. Riddle option keeps it up the middle. He gets through 30. First down for Riddle, down to about the 26. He was finally met there by Ethan Bowman, along with another Pirate who is staying down. Now they'll help him up. That was Hunter Knutson, and it was a gain of about 9 yards.
Well, you're going to see some players on both sides getting up a little slow. Well, for the Pirates more so, because they're all been playing the entire game. But we have
official timeout, it looks like.
Is there an injury there?
Yeah, they're letting him get off the field. It looks like Clay Hansen kind of came off a little bit slower.
And Dr. Lucas Biermeyer going to look at him, and Clay is going to sit down and get his. We'll give a play-by-play of the checkout here.
Good call though by the official to just quickly stop it, let him get off, and now you can resume play. So 1st and 10 from the 26. Riddle under center, 3:40 to go now. He will give this one up the gut, and maybe getting 2 yards inside the 25 on the carry there. That was, I believe, Aiden Huck. So Aiden Huck with the carry. He is the 11th different guy to run the football now. The stat sheet's getting its workout in tonight. That's a 2-yard run there. And it'll set up 2nd and 8, 3:16 to go. You're really running out of time here for Crookston to get that stop and get the offense back out onto the field. So we'll see if they can do it. Hands on their hips right now. They got to find any kind of motivation they can here to try and get that final stop here. Barnesville's going to remain undefeated. They'll be 10-0 on the year. They'll represent Section 8 in the Class 2A championship. Fumble ball is out. It looked like Barnesville was able to get back on top of it. And Crookston not acting like they have it. Yeah, Riddle, or is that Bolgren back out there now? They were able to get back on top of it. It is Bolgren. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
You know, and one thing here with this Pirate team, coming up on 2.5 minutes left.
Nope, we had you. We lost.
Getting to the Fargodome here, and basically showing the program has turned around, and they're going in the right direction. New philosophies, there's repercussions for actions that aren't Pirate worthy, let's say, and there's players that had to sit out first tabs for not following the Pirate team's rules.
Here's a pitch to Major Ness on the option. Tries to get the edge. Makes a man miss. 20, 15, 10. He'll race down the sideline. They'll say he stepped out at the 5 before he could get in. So it's a gain of 20 for Major Ness, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Poor guy. Major was looking back. He said, come on, give it to me. But a good effort by him. And obviously getting in at the end and trying to score a touchdown in a section championship game. He was almost got it.
Yeah, he was as close as he could have got as he's down to the 5. Just couldn't quite tiptoe in. Barnesville here, if they wanted, they could just knee the ball down, I suppose, and end the game. But Crookston, you also want to get the ball back. So I'll be interested to see how they handle this. They are in the victory formation here. So this may be it. Just 2 kneel downs potentially could end it. Bolgren takes the snap and knees it down. It doesn't look like Coach Lebarski's going to use a timeout. So they'll just have to do that once more, and Barnesville's going to be back off to the state tournament yet again.
Well, again, what a tremendous season for the Pirates. They finished 5-6, but they lost to Osakis. They lost to Barnesville twice. Those are 3. They lose on a Hail Mary at the end to East Grand Forks, who should be should have a chance anyway to play in the state tournament, but and lost by a point in their championship. So the losses, I think the only one that really hurt was that Pillager loss, but they learned from it, got better, and so that wasn't a bad thing either. But hats off to these Pirate players as they hopefully, as we said, set the tone and send this Pirate football program back into the right direction, where we were fighting for section championships every other year, it seemed like, for about 20 years.
Well, your final score, 56-3. Barnesville's heading to the state tournament. Congratulations to them. Crookston's great season comes to an end. Their first trip to the section championship in 18 years. It does not end the way they wanted to, but a great season. They finish with a final record of 5-6. The team's shaking hands now. Then we'll have the award ceremony. So we'll take a 1-minute break. We'll come back. We'll have the award ceremony, and the post-game show will get on underway here from the Fargodome. You're listening to Crookston Pirate football in the Section 8 AA Championship on KROX.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets. Millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Minnesota high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
And we're back here from the Fargodome. Your final score again, 56-3. Barnesville gets the win. They'll represent Section 8 in the state tournament in Class AA. Congratulations to the Trojans. They gave up 3 points. Their average is 3.6 on the year. The defense was stellar. The offense moved the football. A very big win for them as they will advance to the state tournament next week. So we'll have the award ceremony coming up here right on the Bison logo at Gate City Bank Field here at the Fargodome. Crookston's captains will accept the second place runner-up plaque here. They'll all get some medals as well. And we'll talk to Coach Labarski. We'll go over all the stats and more, so plenty to still get to here in our post-game show before we say good night on this Friday night from Fargo. So Crookston, nothing to be ashamed of. A great season. You know, Barnesville's just Barnesville, and they gave it a good run here. They came out. They were ready to go from the start. They got to the section championship for the first time in 18 years. The seniors put in a ton of work. You cannot forget about what this group, this class meant to this program for Coach Labarski in just his second year, and they really bought in, and it showed getting back here to the Fargodome. So a heck of a performance there by Crookston here, not just tonight, but all year long. And they're going to let the captains come forward now. So George Whitman, Ethan Bowl, Jaron Bailey, and Jack Doda will go and accept that plaque. 5-6 final record. I know, again, not the way they wanted it to end, but still a great year. And the Pirates fans cheering them on over from the far side of the field. And Barnesville will get their first place trophy now as well as their captains accept that. And you can obviously hear their fans cheering for that as well as they'll run over and present that. But Crookston, again, it's tough when a season comes to an end. There were a lot of seniors on this team. 11 to be exact here by the end of the year that gave it everything they had. They'll take a knee down here on the Bison logo, it looks like. And looks like they're going to talk things over there. We'll have a story with stats, pictures, coaches' comments, and more on our website. The story's actually already up there if you want to take a look at that. We'll just be adding stuff throughout the evening.
Tell Bo the pictures are ready.
Pictures are ready, too.
He can drag them in.
Bo will drag those in, and we'll have that there for you as well. And again, we'll talk to Coach Labarski. There's going to be a lot coming up in the post-game show as the Pirates doing their voluntary meeting there at the Bison logo for the prayer after in the post-game. So that's something a lot of teams have done throughout the year. And again, it's completely voluntary, but it's nice to see them come together after a performance like, you know, a season like this, and to be able to get back to the Fargodome and to have the captains lead that, that's pretty special there. So have that moment. And for Crookston, again, we'll talk with Coach Labarski. He'll probably talk about the senior class more than I can and just what they meant. I mean, there's so much you could probably say about them. And
we'll talk about each one separately in Coach's Corner tomorrow morning.
So you can be listening for that at the Irishman Shanty at 9 a.m. And what they all meant to that team and program. So again, 56-3, Trojans get the win. That is the final score. We can run through some stats for the time being for Barnesville. 389 total yards, 280 on the ground, 109 through the air. They ran 55 plays, picked up 21 first downs. They committed 6 penalties for 55 yards. They never punted in the game. The 109 passing yards all were from Zach Bredman. He was 4 for 6, 3 touchdowns. His receivers, Braden Bredman, 2 catches, 66 yards, 2 scores. Andrew Peterson, a catch for 29 and a score. John Roller had a catch for 14 as well. On the ground, they had 11 different guys run the football. Leading the way with 76 yards on 8 carries, Braden Bredman. Next in line, John Roller, 7 for 59. Then it was 8 for 33 for Andrew Peterson. 9 for 31 for Gannon Bolgren. They had then 6 for 22 from Zach Bredman, 3 for 16 for Dawson Gregg. Also Major Ness, he had 2 for 28. And then you can't forget about Ethan Larson, a couple for 5. And then Hunter Belial, 1 for 4. Owen Riddle, 2 for 6. Aiden Huck, 1 for 2 as well. So that is the Barnesville stats here in the football game that they were able to do. It was pretty impressive after the early turnover. They did commit 3 turnovers in the game. Outside of that, they played a near-perfect game. So it was an impressive showing here for Barnesville in the game here in this one. Crookston.
They're going to hand out, each one's getting their individual second-place medal, and then we will get a team picture, and then we will get Coach Lebarski.
So as they hand out the medals, we'll take
if you want to take a commercial break, or
we'll
if you want to go through the stats,
so I can run through the Pirate stats because I haven't added them up yet. We just ran through Barnesville's. We'll take a break. When we come back, I'll have the Pirate stats added up. We'll go over those, and then we'll talk with Coach Lebarski. It's the postgame show here from the Fargodome. You're listening to Crookston Pirate Football here on KROX.
It's always growing season here at United Valley Bank. We're focused on growth for our customers and communities, success for farms and businesses, and improvement for ourselves. Partner with us, and you'll see firsthand just how much the right hometown banking team can change your perspective. Together, there's no limit to the heights we can reach.
United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Be ready this winter with Carhartt cold weather gear from Home of Economy. Carhartt clothing is engineered to outwork the cold, so you can get more done. It's never too cold for Carhartt. Find yours at Home of Economy. Visit the power tool experts at Home of Economy and see for yourself why so many pros choose Red. From the lumberyard to the backyard, Milwaukee Tools consistently deliver increased productivity and unmatched durability.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
Riverview Health is pleased to welcome Dr. Vanita Parikh to their team. Dr. Parikh is an experienced interventional pain management physician specializing in effective treatment options to increase functionality and comfort for daily living. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595. Dr. Parikh is seeing patients in both the Crookston and East Grand Forks clinics.
Riverview Health.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com.
You can make a sweet life right here in the Red River Valley with a career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Our shift schedule offers 14 days off per month, which gives you time for family, friends, the great outdoors, and everything else you enjoy about small-town living. Entry-level positions are available, and pay starts around $18 per hour. Apply today at crystalsugar.com and share in our sweet success.
So, Chris, take it away.
Well, thanks, Wyatt. And we are down on the field with head coach Nate Lebarski. And Coach, before we talk about the game, let's just recap the year. What a year it was. You lost twice to Barnesville, who very likely could be a state champion here in December. But you lost to Osakis, who obviously has a very good team. East Grand Forks on a Hail Mary. I mean, and then, of course, you had 5 wins as well, the most the Pirates have had in 5 years. So this team really did a lot of great things this year.
Yeah, they did. And, our strength of schedule was difficult. And that's, quite honestly, is one of the things that, propels you into a game like this. And, Osakis is playing here today. East Grand Forks is playing here yesterday. So a lot of teams that we played during the regular season and obviously Barnesville. So, our strength of schedule really kind of hardened our guys up a little bit. I think it made us more competitive. Might not show up on the win-loss column in your favor all the time, but having a strong schedule is not something that you don't want, I don't think.
Let's just talk about the collective group of seniors and what they've done to, for a lack of better terms, really turn the program around.
Yeah, we just briefly talked about it out here. We'll talk about it more, but really they have. I mean, it's their leadership, their guidance for the younger guys, and really their work ethic is really what has kind of propelled others to do the same. And you don't, we talked at the pep rally a little bit today, is that, you work when nobody's watching to play when a lot of people want to watch. And those guys did a great job of working in the weight room, working in the, and getting our other guys in there as well. So we had a great group to be strong enough to compete in games. We're finding out tonight that we got a ways to go, and that's something that you do find out against really good teams, but it should certainly propel our younger kids into getting back in the weight room, doing those things that we need to be able to compete in a game like this. But our seniors have meant the world to the football program to get it to the point where it is right now and allow us to keep building on that.
While you're seniors, but we're sort of the leaders to get kids into the weight room. People look at Ethan Bull and say, well, it obviously worked for him because he works hard there, but the rest of your team did. And I know Coach Rooney is one that he gets you give him a lot of accolades, and rightfully so, but you were sort of the one that spearheaded everything.
Yeah, finding Coach Rooney, not that I had to go out and find him. I mean, he was here was just something that's been really, really good for our school district as a whole, but, as our athletic programs. And we were just talking about on the way down our teams that are getting in there in the winter. And he's done a great job. It's extremely important, and it's a place that kids shouldn't fear to go, because when you come out here and you're able to compete and compete at a high level, ultimately that's what everybody wants. Every coach wants that from their kids, and that's what's fun to see, is that work paying off to be able to go out and competitively play.
And just to get the guys in, but then have this success. How big is that for the future?
Oh yeah, I mean, playing in this game tonight, being in this facility for us is. These kids will never forget it. I mean, it's great memories. We talked about at halftime. We're down by a lot, but you didn't come here to play 2 quarters in the Fargodome. You're in the Fargodome, and we're going to play 4 quarters, and we're going to enjoy it as much as we possibly can and make as many memories here as you can make.
Let's talk about the game. Obviously, you ran into the buzzsaw Barnesville, and you had first of all, let's just talk about opening kickoff. Jake kicked it deep, and they fall down right around their 5-6 yard line, and then they end up fumbling, and you get 3 points out of it, and you probably couldn't have drawn up a better way to start.
No, other than if we could have gotten in the end zone, that would have been great. But a good kick by Jake, and I mean, Jake kicks very well in this building, and you could see that on the kickoffs that he had as well. So it was great to get on the board first. We had a little bit of momentum. But you can't turn the ball over against Barnesville, and they're going to put some points on the board. And in some spots, maybe our youth showed up a little bit tonight because we were maybe a little tentative in the first quarter or first half. And against a team like that, if you're tentative, it's going to be tough.
You were playing a team, most of their starters played in a state semifinal game last year. This is an annual occurrence here at the Fargodome for them, so they're used to it. But now your guys have been here and seeing But how big was it for Barnesville when they got that scoop and score? That was tough, and you could sort of see the Daubers went down at that point.
Yeah, that's a tough one when you turn it over, and when it turns into points right away is very difficult. It's hard to come back. We've had good resolve all year long. I think we've stayed the course, but at some point it gets fairly insurmountable, and even the toughest guy has a difficult time with it at times, and things aren't going right. So yeah, we fought a little bit of that, but there again, we wanted to make the most of this opportunity being here. So.
You touched on it a little bit at halftime, but what was the message, and what were your goals coming into the second half?
Our goals coming in the second half was to win the second half, and we weren't able to do that. But like I said earlier, I mean, these guys worked hard to get here, and if you only play 2 quarters and you leave 2 quarters on the field and not go out here and enjoy it, you'll regret it the rest of your life. And I think for the most part, they were able to come out here and fly around and still enjoy playing, even though the game was already decided. And for them to be able to come out here and play, for our young guys to be able to play on this surface and understand what this is all about is just a huge step in the right direction for us.
I thought Jack Doda had a nice game for you. Antonio Romero, he made a lot of big plays today, just hustling. And your seniors, as George Widman, had some big plays for you. So your seniors came up with some big plays, even though it might not show on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they did. And actually, Jack probably kept his eyes downfield at the quarterback spot and scrambled as well as he has all year, and made some throws on it, and we would get a first down, or there was a throw that was there and we just missed it. But I mean, if you don't keep your eyes downfield, you're not even seeing that guy. So Jack took a huge step here today. So yeah, it was good to see.
And then your linemen, especially on the defensive end, there's a few passing plays that you gave up, some big plays, but for the most part, you kept them somewhat in check, which is easier said than done against the Barnesville team.
Yeah, it is, and a lot of times it's adjustments, and they're a good football team, and we're trying to stop the stuff inside. Them throwing was not a huge point on our mind, to be honest with you. They don't do it a whole lot, so and we got mixed up in coverage because we're trying to stop the run, and so. Yeah, it doesn't look like we played any defense on a couple of those. I mean, he's wide open down the middle of the field, and our linebackers get sucked in because they're able to run, and that's a credit to them. I mean, they're able to establish a run. Quite honestly, they ran outside more than, and we kind of forced them to because we're stopping the run inside. But good teams make adjustments, and we had to too. So.
How good is this Barnesville team?
This Barnesville team is very good. Quite honestly, I mean, I think they're one of the best teams in Northwest Minnesota. I think that's easy to say that. And, we wish them the best of luck to go represent 8AA in the state tournament.
And just maybe a recap this season. Obviously, you went from losing in the first round last year. You get 2 extra weeks of practice this year, which is only going to pay dividends next year. But just overall, can you recap the season and just the great things that you did?
Yeah, I'm just happy with the guys coming to work every day. And quite honestly, like from the summertime on, you could see that this was going to be a really fun group to coach. They get along. Everybody has their, little brother-sister fights or whatever. We have those too. But for the most part, I mean, they love being around each other. And that's probably one of the more sad things when you take a look at the season's ending is that they won't spend as much time together. And, that's a pretty special group when you can say that they don't want that to end for that reason. It really doesn't have anything to do with anything on the football field. So, us being on 7-on-7s, we have the most kids go to football camp that we've had in probably many years. And we had 12 summer practices. So starting early and those guys really buying into what it takes to attempt to get to a game like this is all the credit in the world to them. They've been working really hard.
What's the message to the underclassmen coming back next year?
Keep doing what the older kids just did. So, you have to have good leadership. You're going to get into your winter sports and you're going to go at it there and battle hard. We want, not just in football. I mean, in football, we'd like people to feel as though that anytime they're going to play Crookston, they're going to get somebody that's going to compete. But we want that in all our sports, and we want those guys to go in their winter sports and do the very same thing, get in the weight room and, get after it in their sports and be competitive. And then once the time comes, we're going to put the work in to try to make it back to this point.
Well, you have, as an AD now, you have football is done. You still have swimming going. The section meet will be next weekend. And then, but you already have your first hockey game Thursday. There's no rest for the AD, is there?
No, and they scrimmage today too. So, yeah, I'm finding out that it just kind of rolls into the next season. But quite honestly, it's been so fun, and I've had, a lot of support in the office with. Greg still being around and always helping out and giving me little pointers that, hey, you should get this done. And as I know football's still going on, and so I really appreciate those things as well. And I look forward to the winter season coming up and swimming, going and finishing well and getting into our winter season, which is already begun. So
sad but true. Well, good for. I mean, it is what it is. But just the senior group one more time. What a tremendous group for you.
Yeah, we are going to miss them dearly. I mean, we have just some excellent football players, but even some better fine young men. I mean, they're going to go out and do really good things in the world, and this one hurts and it's going to sting for a little bit. They're going to get in their winter sports and they're going to do very well in those as well. So they're going to go out in life and do really, really good things.
You going to be at Coach's Corner tomorrow?
Oh yeah, it's tomorrow, right? Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, we'll talk about each senior then and talk about them. But Coach, thanks for talking with us all season long. What a fun year it was, and a lot of excitement, some heartbreak as well, including tonight. But congratulations on the great job. And I know you're not supposed to say anything, so I'll say it. February 14th, vote yes. There we go. And hopefully this will happen more often. But Coach, again, congratulations on a great season, and the guys have done a lot of great things this year.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Chris, and thanks for all your coverage, and Wyatt and the whole crew. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you, Nate. That is Coach Nate Lebarski talking with us here in the postgame show. Pirate season comes to an end, but what a great season it was, finishing at the Fargodome. First time we can say that in 18 years. So that's pretty awesome. Wyatt, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Chris. And with that, we'll take our last break. When we come back, we will dive into the Pirate stats and get on out of here and let you enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Pirates fall in this one, final score 56-3. We'll go over the stats for Crookston when we come back and wrap things up here from the Fargodome right after this.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
crap shooting, hockey,
basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech, theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot of going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
Welcome to Andy Ullman State Farm. We're located on 423 North Broadway, next to Holiday in Crookston, Minnesota. Third generation agent with State Farm. We've got a team here with over 75 years of experience. 6 of us fully licensed, here to serve you. We know insurance is about a promise, and we're here from the beginning to throughout the whole process to deliver on that promise.
Nobody likes to wait on hold, and neither do we. Give our office a call where a cheerful voice is ready to help you right away. Call 218-281-3643.
The Crookston Eye Clinic is your hometown eye clinic. Whether you have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or perfect vision, it is important to have your eyes evaluated to keep them healthy. The Crookston Eye Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., but on Thursdays they open at 9:15 a.m. They also have a second location in Boston to offer you even more appointment options. If you've been wanting to try contact lenses or looking for a new pair of glasses, the doctors at Crookston Eye Clinic are available to see you. Doctors Forget Smith and Jananetta are all accepting new patients. Call 218-281-2020 for the Crookston and Boston Eye Clinic, the best care in sight.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
KROX, as we wrap up the postgame show, let's go over Crookston stats here in the loss. Starting team stats, they had 58 total yards, 58 penalty yards on 6 flags, so that is a no-go there. So that was a big issue for them today. They picked up 2 first downs. They ran 37 plays, 52 passing yards, 6 rushing yards. In the loss, Jake Erickson, 5 punts, 107 yards through the air. Jack Doda, 6 for 13, 50 yards. Ethan Bowles, 1 for 1 for 2 yards. Tanner Geese, Tegan Lubinsky, 0 for 1 apiece. The receiving core, 2 catches for Tanner Geese, 20 yards, 1 for George Whitman for 23, though he was the leading receiver. Carter Coette had 3 for 12, and then Ethan Bowl had 2 for -3. Taking a look on the ground, again, it was tough sledding tonight. Ethan Bowl, 9 carries, 5 yards. Had a carry for 4 yards for Antonio Romero. Tanner Geese had 5 carries, 2 yards. Jack Doda, 5 carries, -2 yards, and Carter Coette a carry for -3 yards as well. The Pirates turned it over 3 times in the loss, as did Barnesville in the win. And that is a look at your stats here this evening from the Fargodome. We will have all the scores on our website, so head on over to KROXAM.com, click on sports. You can find all of those there. Congratulations to Barnesville. They're off to the state tournament to represent Section 8AA here on this Friday night. And as for Badger Greenbush Mill River, they won the Section 8A volleyball championship over Lake of the Woods. They won that one in straight sets, so congratulations to them as well, as they'll head to the state tournament as well. For Chris Fee, Tom Lezon, Bo Melby, this is Weimerel signing off from the Fargodome. We'll leave it there and wrap it up. Have a great rest of your Friday night. Have a great weekend. Be listening to Coach's Corner tomorrow at 9 a.m., where we'll recap the Pirate football season, talk about all the seniors, and much, much more. This has been Crookston Pirate football in the Section 8AA championship right here on KROX.